Woo! Oh, man. Already sneezing. What the hell? Woo! This must be the dustiest room in the home or something. Holy. Man, that is some sneezing. Okay. There's got to be a lot of dust in there. I gotta pull everything down, vacuum and dust everything, and then set it all back up or something, because I am just sneezing my lungs out. Anytime I sit in this corner of this room, I sneeze. So there has to be like a lot of dust over here. It's so consistent. It happens every time. All right, so let's see. I guess the big thing is Final Fantasy MTG Collector Booster Box. We also have now Manga Monkey D Luffy Break. Live card shop. I'll just focus those two things. I won't mention anything else. Final Fantasy, yes. Let me remove the price one last time. The pre-sale price was $95. We're gonna hit save, and now let's go in and see what we're pricing it today, because it is landed today. Final Fantasy Magic Collector Booster Box. Do do do, scoopity do, do 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 do. All right, so it is shooting up in price even day to day. Here we are. Let's take a quick analysis of the price today. It looks like it will be sitting at $96 a pack. All right, kind of pricey. Pricey, it's so affordable. Cheap and affordable, $96. Wait, is that number actually accurate? Let me look at that number again. Let's see what that number would look like after taxes, actually. Because you pay a lot of taxes on a really large purchase. All right, let me click on this. That calculation doesn't include it, the taxes. Because as you know, it's two things, really. I pay taxes, and then I also pay a 3.5% fee for PayPal. So let's see what we really want this to be at. If we have an item and it's just splitting in price, wow, taxes on the item is $52. That's nuts, dude. It's because it's such an expensive item. So, okay, let me take a better look at this now. It says I should be selling it around 103. What is 103 times 0.35? All right, that's actually not too crazy. All right, we'll probably keep it at 96. I'll just take a smaller cut than I was anticipating. So this item is very expensive. We'll see what kind of I don't know. We'll see what kind of velocity it has for selling. This doesn't feel like a high velocity kind of thing. It's too expensive. So I don't know what's going to happen with it. It's like a rich people only kind of item. I don't like the feeling of that. I don't know. Clicking on this. All right, but apparently it's just going up, so you guys can buy it or you can leave it alone. Doesn't matter to me. Clicking on this. I bet you that Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering pre-sale break is going to finish in a half second now. So there's like 3 spots left on that, and you've got probably like a minute to jump in there before it's all gone. Because you guys are like, wait, it's here now? Get me in that break. All right, there we go. I'm gonna hit pause on this. 55 people here, 6 likes. Before we continue, let's smash that like button. I'll wait for you guys to give a like or two. Let's get those likes up, guys. Fetterman enrages Dems with Trump post. Oh my gosh. What is this video I'm being advertised? Not Fetterman. He's not a real Democrat. He's a Republican. All right, freaking Fetterman. I only voted him because I thought he was going to be a Democrat. He's a faux Democrat. Ugh. Nah, that did not get put away the way I wanted it to get put away. Let's try this again. So this needs to be folded up. Ugh. Why has it got to be so stuck? Freaking Fetterman. I should have voted for Dr. Oz. All right. Zoom in here. Ooh. What's interesting about these collector booster boxes is they only get printed one time. So generally the price goes one way, up. It's a very popular set, it appears, and today's price could be very cheap compared to what it could be 6 months from now, okay? So collector booster boxes have done very well for me. That's why I keep restocking them. They keep getting on the menu because they're a Magic product that does very well. Monkey D, actually, you know, it kind of brings attention to the fact that for a very similar amount of money, you can open like a whole box of Final Fantasy's actual card set. Did you guys think about that? Like, this is the Magic the Gathering collab. This is their actual card set owned by Square Enix. Look, printed by Square Enix right there. That's their card set. You could just open this. We sell this like all year for like years now. So, yep. So if you guys are just wanting some Final Fantasy cards, don't forget, these are like way, 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 way more normal priced. $5 a pack kind of price. Okay, let's get into those comment sections. We got 14 likes. We are. Go ahead and pull up the chat real fast. Nice. I do be after the Squirrels, but I'm not buying today. Should have voted for Pedro. Yes, Squirrel, please. My little one crawled to Squirtle over Charmander and Bulbasaur on his first birthday. Want to pick up a slab. Tap that like button. I'm tempted, says Amazing Science Facts. The manga's nice. I had to get one myself. Now 15 likes. Woo! You guys are too generous. Too generous. Bravo. Oops. We gotta look at this. Let's toss this over here. Fake fans! Hey, look at these gold stars, man. Not me. I was recording a little video, and so I just reached for some expensive cards to put up on the table. That's the benefit of having expensive cards. You know, your videos look better when you got pricey cards in the background. Although maybe there's also kind of an annoying feeling. You see some guy with some nice cards and go, oh, brother. Freaking jerk. Let's see, where's my scissors? Have you had anyone ever get angry at you, like in jealousy? I've experienced that more in life now. All right. I'm jealous. Sent to slab away the mudkip. We need Tifa poles. Yeah, I need both of these Tifa poles. All right. Let's go Final Fantasy. Let's see what those likes are at now. Let's see if we get started. We are at 18 likes. Oh, yeah. Let's get started. That's sounding good to me. So, our first order is Andrew A. Martin. Shipping, random cards should be one bag, might be too small, some slabs, one darkness box. Oh, yeah, you just won something, didn't you? Andrew, what did you get? I don't remember. Andrew just got something, didn't he? Okay, let's go see what you got. So, a bag somewhere, right? That's what you said, a bag. Aha! Oh, you got the Darkness Ablaze booster box. Good for you, man. That was a great box break. Okay, oops. I've got an Andrew Martin address here. It doesn't say Andrew A. Martin, notably. Thanks for adding the $5 for the shipping. As you know, the booster box is kind of heavy. It instantly brings the label way up over 8 ounces. So we put it on for about 2 pounds. And let's go ahead and print it. Nice. All right, free Palestine. Wrong stream, Habibi. You know, it's interesting. People aren't even talking about Gaza as much. Yes. They're just talking about Iran and Israel now. They are? All right. But that's a crisis out there. They got to, like, solve that. They got to solve that. It just needs to end, you know. think all the people out there just trying to live. They don't got a home. They probably don't got consistent water. They don't got sewage. They don't got food. They don't got air conditioning. Crazy. They had all that stuff like 2 years ago or 1 year ago, however long it's been. But, you know, I feel like it would end really fast if Hamas just gave up the last couple of hostages, which I guess they don't want to. Maybe they're scared to. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, they should give those hostages up. And then I think that the path toward peace would progress pretty rapidly if you just did that. I mean, what else could they say at that point? I think the world would get really upset if Hamas gave up the hostages and then Israel didn't, you know, start fixing things or something, or the U.S. or the rest of the world. So Mr. Omar, he wanted into the wanted break, but I think we did that. Here it is. Oops. I think there's still a U.S. Hostage, isn't there? A United States hostage is still one of the hostages. I don't know if that's accurate, actually. Here we go. 5 of these. You are in, Mr. Omar. There's 5 people in there. Is Habibi open packs? I don't think he opens packs. I don't know if he's a real account, actually. I think he might be a satire account. I think it's satire. I'm not actually sure. I can't tell. So Monkey D. Luffy is here. He is a 1 in 18 break. As you know, people were already jumping into this, so he is already up to 6. How nice. This is what people were pre-ordering when they were dropping their spots in there. So he is up to 6 out of 18. 12 spots remain. Personally, I think the odds, even though this is pretty long odds, 1 in 18, I feel like these odds are literally better than opening up booster boxes. I'm pretty sure they are. Like, it's a $40 odd for an already graded PSA 10. Yeah. What's up, Mr. Have an amazing day. Had to drop by and say, what's up? Hey, how's it going, Mr. Albertus? Just getting started on our little stream here, our little daytime stream. Starting kind of late. It's like 5 p.m. I liked it when we were starting at 3:30 p.m. PokeRev could end the war. Yeah, maybe he could. Maybe both sides can open Pokemon cards and then everyone will be happy. Probably not. Probably not. All right, let's see. That would be too crazy. Ivan Rodriguez, why not for $19? Oh, the why not was only $19? I don't know if I remember a why not for $19. Let's see if we can find it. All right, I took some slabs off the table, so you could be in there too. For only 19, I don't remember that. Oh, he is 19. PSA 9 Power Keepers, why not? It looks really clean, dude. You should try to cross-grade this with somebody. PSA's grading too harsh, man. Do you have any OP11 gold card slabs? OP11 gold card slabs. I don't know what you were even talking about. I don't think I've seen that. So manga breaks are probably going to be a more consistent thing. Why did this manga break take like 7 years to arrive? Did you notice that? It took forever for that thing to arrive. This thing took so long. Jesus, dude. Best stream around by far. Keep crushing it. Ah, thanks, man. Free prismatic for everyone. Yay! Iona, $25. Ivan Rodriguez. Iona for $25. Was that also on the table? Let me just see if that one was in this box here. I took some slabs off the table for that video recording I was doing. Nope, not that. Not this. Okay. I don't think it's in here. The gold cards are SP cards with gold backgrounds. Oh, okay. Cool. I like that. That's not going to be it. Iona. Is the Iona in the room with us? Let's see. What does that Iona look like? Caravana. Thoughts on Mario Pikachu poker cards? Yeah, I've seen them. I've never really liked them that much, and I always thought they were way, way overpriced. I like Mario cards, and I like Pokemon cards, but Pikachu wearing outfits seems to equal way too much money, and I'm never that excited to look at it. Like, it doesn't tickle my pickle to look at... Oh, there it is. It doesn't tickle my pickle to look at Pikachu wearing an outfit to, like, the cost of thousands of dollars. Like, I don't understand it. There's some XY era, like Pikachu wearing, you know, this outfit or that outfit cards. I have no clue why those go for so much, because I actually think they're pretty ugly. I would way rather use that money to acquire cards like Shining Tyranitar, Shining Gyarados, or something special from Sky Ridge, or Legendary Collection this, Legendary... There's some really fantastic cards out there. Instead, people are spending like thousands of dollars on a basic-ass looking Pikachu wearing like, I guess like a Rayquaza hoodie or something, and it's just like, I guess. I don't get it. It doesn't make me think of Pokemon. It sounds too like niche or something. We are. Poncho Pikachu. Yeah, Poncho Pikachus. I hate them. I look at them and I think that they just don't look good. Like, they don't visually look good. Like, this is an example of a card that looks good. They've worked really hard, created cool design, black and white background, holographic, great character. So that's not even a Pokemon, but I can see the design appeal of the card. The ponchos just look super duper duper basic and plain. And so I look at them and I go, oh, yep, that's a Pikachu. They're like, yeah, he only costs $4,000. So it's like, $4,000? Nah, dude, give me a fresh Legendary Collection 10 every single time. I'm not spending $4,000 on that. Yeah, like if the Pikachus were like in the $700 range, that would maybe make a little more sense. But they want like thousands of dollars for those Pikachus. I just think they look terrible. It's hypebeast stuff. You wouldn't understand. Let me look again. Ooh, turn that down real fast. All right, grab this. Okay, Poncho Pikachu. Okay, Poncho Pikachu. Yeah, like look at this ugly thing. They want $1,350 for this, and that's it. It's just Pikachu, and he's wearing a little outfit. Stupid as hell, and it's not even a full art, and they want $1,300 for that. Hell no, dude. Hell no. That money should go straight. Here's another one. Look at this. So here's a little Pikachu, and he's wearing like a Vulpix outfit. I don't get it at all. I don't get it. Not even slightly. $1,200 for that one. What? Who's buying this crap? But apparently it's valuable. So sometimes I disagree with the market, and that's on me. That's not the market's fault. Here's one sold in June 15th. $6,900. And it's this Pikachu. Here it is. This Pikachu wearing like a Rayquaza outfit. And to me, it looks like a really basic picture of Pikachu with a very ugly background, right? The background's not sophisticated. And yeah, he's definitely wearing like a little, you know, Rayquaza hoodie. Looks terrible. This is the kind of card where if you told me it was like a common card, I'd be like, sure. You know, it just doesn't stimulate my brain at all. Look, somebody apparently paid $16,000 for these guys. Who's spending money on it? Like what? They look so plain, dude. Look how ugly the background is. I wouldn't display that. There's so many good-looking cards out there, and people want to spend $16,000 on that. Go buy a nice Shining Gyarados or something. Like, look at this. Here's a Gold Star Gyarados. Go buy something like this. This I understand. This looks really nice. It feels like a super rare, like, trophy kind of card. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that's one of the Gold Stars. So Poncho Pikachu. It's like, what is that? Like some cheap promo? Anyways, somehow the price on those got driven way up. And so there's somebody out there with deep pockets saying, no, this is the best card. I want all of them. So there's no problem with that. I mean, it's just people buy what people want to buy. But me personally, I would not buy that. I would be buying Legendary Collection. Legendary Collection, and it's not even close. I would never buy those before I would buy not for that price anyways. Again, like if the price was like $700, $500, that would make a lot more sense to me. If those cards were like in the $500 range, I'd be like, oh, sure, $500. But why are they buying that and not this? This is what you should be buying right here. Look at that Lugia. Aquapolis Lugia is like 1,000 times better than that. So I don't get it. The dollar prices almost seem fake. Like, definitely this is a fake market, right? These are definitely show bids or something. But probably not. It's probably real. And I'm just not one of the cool kids who likes Poncho Pikachu, apparently. Real collectors are scooping up the Orthworm slabs. That's the real gold mine. I wish they went a step further and had Blastoise as Bowser, but as an actual card and not just a set cover. Sure. Where's the Discord notification? Oh! Did we not pull one out? Wow, let me go pull one out. Hold on. Wait, there's someone put one out. Yeah, what are you talking about? Alex put one out. All right, next up we've got Ivan Rodriguez, Umbreon $30, Jolteon $28. Okay, Umbreon and Jolteon. probably this Umbreon. And the Jolteon is 28. This makes me think it's the Holo Jolteon. You got it, man. There it is. Ivan Rodriguez. What's this music? You picked out some pretty good ones there. Look at that. Umbreon and Jolteon. Can't go wrong with the evolutions. I think somebody asked me to save this one for them for like the weekend or something. I can't remember. Set that to the side for the moment. Are you okay with 29 slabs, not 20 for commission? Yeah, it doesn't really make a big difference to me. Here's Squid Pokemon finishing Squall. Hell yeah, dude. All right, so Squid Pokemon, here is Squall. And you know what? It's from yesterday, right? It's from yesterday. So here, take that last $5 back. I mean, if you're just going to pay it off in one day. I don't want to be petty about it at all. So here, you take this. All right. There it is. So you got $5, huh? Not bad. All right. And that's yours. Oh, and let's remove that from slab away, or else I'll think you're ignoring it. Because I'll forget everything. There we go. Boom. Let me turn this down a bit. Whew, that was kind of loud, huh? Jonathan Fernandez says, get me into that Luffy break. Yes, Luffy break's going to move way faster now that he's actually here. Fernandez. Okay, don't forget, this is no longer a pre-sale break. These are actually here. 2 spots left in this. They're probably already gone, but I don't know. We'll know in a minute. Is this it? Yep, this is the manga break. Am I in the Luffy? Here's who's in the Luffy. NHCC, Jag, O Bagunas, JC, Stephen Emery, Jennifer Yapson here, Omar Batui. So there it is. He ticks up to 7. That's a big one. That's a good one. Okay. Yeah, that one's probably going to do pretty good over time. How about we pop this thing open now? What? Luckplore, what's up, Luckplore? How's it going, man? Scooby doo doopy doobie. Ooh, crazy. Crazy. I can't believe this is so expensive. If we pull a gold chocobo, you got to poop your pants. That's the law. How much is that going for, Wrath? The gold chocobo. How much is it going for? Do you have the top SpongeBob packs left? Those are all sold. However, I've got more on the way, and here's the better news about them. The ones I was selling was Series 2. I've got around a Series 1 coming. Ho-ho, we've never even opened that before, so I'm very interested. Series 1 SpongeBob coming soon, guys. Probably going to be pricey as hell, though, just to be fair. All right. And that's it. There's no more orders in the queue. You guys are out of money. Rudy said it's a $2,000 box in a few years. Yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised by that either. I've been watching these collector booster boxes pretty carefully for a while. Like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings did very well over time. You've got the other one, what's the name of that game? Fallout. So Fallout packs exploded. You know, I do think that they slow down, though. So they probably hit a high point and then they slow down. But the question is, what's the high point? And we might not see that for a little while. We don't know. None have sold on eBay, but there's one priced at $67,000. Pop me in the Luffy manga with my credit. You got it, man. Luffy manga, that's the move today, guys. Stekskowski. All right, so there are 2 spots over here, and then we'll open up 3 of these. 235. That's like what? 195. Okay, we're at 195. Very good. The manga breaks have been pretty popular. Mangas are really hard to pull. They're actually super hard to pull out of standard, like booster boxes. Because you have a whole case of them, and there's like 12 boxes in a case. And you might spend like $70 a box or something, or less or more. But you might spend like close to $100 for a box on some of the older ones too. But you got to open 12 boxes just to find out this case doesn't even have a manga in it. Then you go through like 5 more cases, maybe up to 8 cases. You finally pull one manga, and then maybe it grades 10. They don't grade 10 100% of the time. So it's actually really insane, the odds for a manga. And that's why these breaks are so fascinating. Because when you jump in here, you're spending money just like you would on a booster box. The difference is, this is like a booster box case that 100% has a manga in it, and it's already 10. So I've said that many times. I sort of cheerlead for these breaks, but that's because I've done the math, and I know that mathematically it's better for you guys. You miss out on all the middle pulls, so you miss out on SRs, you miss out on some alt arts that you might prefer, but mathematically this is like somehow way cheaper than standard box break. Here it is. And it has to do with those insane numbers for actually pulling a manga. Oh, I got no drink. Why do I do that? Why do I start these streams with no drink? The last time I pulled a manga was 2022. Dang, dude. Can you move my EV spot to the manga? The EV spot. Quest EV? Let's see. Quest EV. Yes, you are allowed to do that. Who's saying that? Paisaw Collects. You're Raul Mendoza, right? There it is. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how people don't like to jump into pre-sale breaks, which I kind of understand. But once it's here, it's like, that's all they want, especially if it's a good item. So, this is a great example. It did make it all the way up to 6, though. That was really impressive. But now that it's here, people are going, I want that. There it is. That's up to 9. Okay. Raul Mendoza. Let's hit refresh. If you're going to lose $40, you might as well lose it on the thing you like. Here's Steven Sistrunk paying down Low Tina. You got it. Mr. Steven. All the way down to 820 now. Boom. Wow. Making progress. Here's Elijah Martinez. Get me in that magic break. Okay, so there's some interest in the magic break now. Elijah Martinez. Somebody got the Black Kokobo graded through PSA. Elijah Martinez. Okay. And that's right over here. Let's count these up, make sure we're on track with it, because we're real close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we're at 6 out of 7 for the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering Collector Booster Box break. Okay, that's 6. Okay. Black Kokobo is Japanese only. Would make a great break card, Mr. Oh, okay. Something to think about. Mr. Where can I post a picture in Discord to show the urgency to allow Sabaway of any Charizard PSA 10 poker of your choosing with the cherry on top? The urgency to allow a Sabaway of any PSA 10 poker of your choosing. Oh, Alicia, are you saying that's what you'd like? You'd like me to offer a poker Charizard in Slabaway? Let me see real fast. Wow, there really are not a lot of Charizards to be offered here. There's a green one for like 1,400 and a red one for 1,500. Oh, here's one for 2.5. Why didn't that show up in the search results? No, wait a second. They're not all showing up. Hold on. Doo-ba-doo-doo-be-doo. Yes, please. The picture will explain it all. Just can't post in Discord. You can send me a private message. Have you thought about sending me a private message? Or I don't know where I should. Maybe try sending me a private message. You know how to do that, right? You right-click on my name and then send message. If you're not friends with me, it won't let you do it. So you have to send a friend request first. So the magic break is over. Kevin Vu just jumped into the magic break. Here it is, Kevin Vu. All right. Good. Popping this in here. It's still crazy to see a Pokeball by my name. I used to pray for times like this. What? Okay. Oh, showing off the black Chocobo. It's pretty cool. $10,000? Nah, F that. What the fuck? I ain't doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But you know, if Japan has some exclusive Chocobo, does that mean you think I should add the Chocobo to the menu, or the Japanese set to the menu, Mr. Wrath? What do you think? Friend request inbound. Here you go. I'm going to go over to the friend requests and hit yes. I generally just accept all friend requests, by the way, guys, because I know you're trying to communicate something to me. All right. You guys ready? I'm ready. I should have had a star card in here. It's too small of a break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there it is, 7. Went to Target the other day, and they had a sealed OP11 booster case, and they sold me the max 2 packs. I pulled that same Manga Luffy out of 2 random boosters. Insane luck. Damn, dude. That is insane luck, because now you can flip into a huge, huge payoff. So that is 7, and we do have 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Okay, we're good to go. Good luck. Somebody is pulling 3 Final Fantasy booster packs right now. And you should have raced to get into this break. I didn't want to say that, but you should have raced to get in, because the break was based off the old price of $85 a pack. The packs are now $96, so they were a little bit more expensive. You'd have gotten a better price if you had jumped into the break. There it is. Did you get my message, says Ivan. Were you the guy who was asking for the Monkey D. Luffy? I don't remember. All right, give me a number. Was it you? Oh, yes, that was you. Okay, yep, I put it to the side. All right, so give me a number. D Beach says 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. Now we shuffle up these names. It's kind of crazy how hard mangas are to pull. Oh, yeah. Well, we just opened up like 7 or something cases of EB2, was it? I think it was EB2. And we pulled 0 mangas. And that was right from a distributor, too, by the way. So that was good stuff. We pulled a lot of mangas from that guy. Yep, we had 7 cases of it that we ran through. And there was no manga in 7 cases. So maybe that's not the average pull rate, but it can happen. It can happen. That's the point. Of course, you can also open up 2 booster packs and pull a manga, just like what one guy was describing. All right, give me a number. The Japanese box are cheaper. I say get one. Yeah, that might be worth it. Just to open it in another language for fun. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there it is. Mr. Omar. Bloop. Cold. Here's Steven. Cold. Here's Kevin Vu. That might be it, Mr. Kevin. Hey, Kevin, you've had some luck in these breaks before, I've noticed. Here it is. Elijah. Sorry, Elijah. Andrew Martin. Sorry, Andrew. You got one yesterday, Andrew. Jesus Aguilera. A little bit cold. And Rigoberto Gil. Cold. There it is. All right. Scooby-ba-doo-ba-doo-bee. Now, we are probably done hosting breaks on the Final Fantasy pack. I mean, unless we were to... we could probably host breaks for 1 pack at a time. I don't know. I mean, the breaks are not a bad idea for people who don't have like a super high income. They don't want to spend $100. and maybe they want to take like a $20 pot shot at it, we could probably do a $20 break where it's like 5 spots, comes out to $100 even. You guys want me to set that up? Scooby Dooby, Scooby Dooby, doo 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 doo. Oh, better take my little hit card back. Okay, Kevin Vu. So, 1, 2, 3. Instant golden chocobo in here, by the way. Tossing that. And, okay, so this guy over here, he is rather pricey, right? There's no doubt that he is pricey. And I'd like to offer Final Fantasy guys a way to get into that. Let me think about it. You know, if we did 2 packs at a time, it could be a break of 5 spots. Kind of the rules with the breaks. If it's going to be a break, we kind of want it to be a break that has a star card. That's kind of the thing from now on. All breaks have a star card running on them. So that's been my perspective on them. And so I think we could do 2 packs, 6 spots, 1 star card spot. Like that. So we'll do that. Let me grab a pack. 2 spots, or 2 booster packs. It's for 2 booster packs, not 1. Your odds are 40, 2 and 5. Oh, 2 and 6 actually, isn't it? 2 and 6. I better use a fresh sticker so it looks right. Okay, so it's going to say 40. This break will run a little bit differently than the last one. And that one was really big. One guy took all the packs. This one's a little bit different. The way this is working, it's $40. There's 2 booster packs, actually. So one person will get 1 pack, one person will get the other pack. And there's a star spot all at the same time. Oh, wait. That's still wrong, isn't it? No. That's not wrong. I did that math right, didn't I? Yeah, I did that math right. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, that math is correct. All right, 40, 2, and 6, star card as well. And so somebody will be transferred over to the star item. All right, so there it is. In case you guys prefer to have a shot instead of just buying a pack outright. Is that appealing enough? Should it be 1 and 6? Do you guys prefer for it to be 2 booster packs? Is that appealing enough? Is that tempting, or do you prefer, should this be 1 and 6 for 2 packs? Let me know what you guys prefer. A pack each, or one guy gets 2 packs. Let me know what you prefer, because one guy gets 2 packs is very sexy. You know, it's sort of like $40 becomes a big, you know, really big pull. Kevin Vu, let's get started. All right, Mr. Kevin, sent the picture. Oh yeah, let me take a quick look at this, guys. So, oh no, you badly need the Charizard. Oh man, yeah, you gotta have the Charizard. What color are those? Do you just need any Charizard of any color? Is that right? Let me know. Like, for example, I could probably sell a green Charizard and not cry myself to sleep at night. Do you just need any Charizard of any color? Is that it? All right, let's get into this. Okay, so you need all 4 of them. Is that right? Give me a second. Give me a second. Green is the most we have. I can sell a green one technically. The red, the blue, and the yellow ones, I could sell them at ridiculous prices maybe. Really ridiculous prices. Like, because if it was a ridiculous price, I'm supposed to do it. But other than that, I'm not really looking to give up any of those Charizards. I'm a net buyer for those. You are? Yeah, let me know if you want a green one. I might be able to offer a green one. All right, so here goes. We've got Hero. Ooh, look at that Hero. Here's Jadur, Aristocratic Capital, Cloud Strife. Hey, that already looks really good. Look at that, guys. You know what's interesting about this artwork? This is the exact same artwork in Final Fantasy Opus 1. You can pull this exact card out of Final Fantasy Opus 1. There's no difference. I mean, it's slightly different. It's a magic card, obviously, and they've changed a little bit of the design, but the actual image of Cloud is exactly the same. It's copy and paste. Here's Xenos. Oops. Summon. Here's Yuna's Whistle. Van. Furvist. Vanille. Freya. Garland. Knight of Cornelia. Chocobo. Quistis. Undercity Dire Rat. Loperit Scout. Fate of the Suncrist. Okay. So anything after Forest was a little boring. Yes, all the Garland's pretty cool, isn't he? They treat Garland like a hit. Vanilla's kind of treated like a hit, too. Cloud looks badass. I like his character design. Mr. How much to buy a whole a collector box of the Final Fantasy? So you want to buy a whole collector box, and your name is Jonathan Lewandowski. And so I think what you're saying is you would like the ability to have sort of like a lower price than the per pack price because you're buying a whole box of it. Is that right? I might be able to work that out with you. Here we are. Let's see. They're really expensive, though, okay? So, but give me a moment. Look at that Cloud. I'm going to look that up for you, okay, Jonathan? I'm going to look that up for him right now, guys, because if he places a purchase on a box of these, I don't mind that. All right. Give me a second. So I would be looking to get around $1,140 for a whole box of it right now, which I happen to have. So you wouldn't have to wait. It would just be opened right here in the daytime stream. It'd be $1,140. So that's what we'd be looking at. All right, let me know if you agree to that, because then I got to go do a thing. Ow. Ugh. So the green Zard, huh? All right. Ow, my leg. My leg. Nikke is 55 per box. 55 per box. That sounds like the Carddass version of Nikke. Yeah, so we sell Carddass Nikke at that price. If you want to give it a try. You did it! That's the golden Kokobo! All right. Beerb. The Wandering Minstrel. Newfound Adventure. Aetir and Perwen. Zelle. Sephiroth. Fallen Hero. Whoa! Lindblom. Mountain. Clash of Icons. Zack Fair. Side Quest. Elixir. Freya. Magitech. Summon. Chocobo. Iron Giant. Ooh. You should look into getting a set called 100 Girlfriends from Union Arena. The degenerates in chat will love it. 100 girlfriends. What? It is? Oh my god, dude. I like the Sephiroth this time. Okay. Newfound Adventure. I don't know. We got Wandering Minstrel. And here's Sephiroth. Okay, little Sephiroth. And then here is the Lindblom. Ooh. Okay. How nice. And that ain't much of a discount for the bulky buy, isn't it? Hold on, let me see. Let me see. What did I say? 1,140? Oh, so then the price I have now is already kind of on the lower side of what I would normally want. That's what's going on. So I've already kind of taken a lower margin. You gotta remember, so the whole box I get taxed on, right? And then when you buy it from me, I get taxed at like 3.5% transaction fee. How are you paying? Are you paying by ZELLE? We could take 3% off of 1,140 if you do ZELLE. How do you normally pay? Remind me. Yeah, we can take $34 off additional. And that kind of makes a difference, you know. Yeah, that brings it down to 1,105. It is. Mister, you get any Discord messages? You get my Discord messages. No? Who are... Oh, there you are. Oh, yes, I did. Your Discord message was just pushed really far down. Can we find these ahead of time for pre-grading? Oh, no, you want a bunch of pre-grades. Yes, I can start to work on that. Let me focus on this at the moment, because we got these packs getting open. So you're looking for a pre-grade. I got one Final Fantasy collector booster at GameStop. Line was crazy. So here's Hero. Ooh, Cloud, Midgar Mercenary. Ooh. He got two Clouds. That one's hollow. I like that one better. So here's Vanadil Adventures. Is this any good? I don't know if this is any good. I know the Cloud's good no matter what. Cloud's always good. Please pull a Tifa so I can goon. Dion, Locke, the Earth Crystal, Ultima. That was some pretty good luck, huh, Kevin? You got all three of those packs for 40 bucks. That was really impressive. Okay. Here's Planes, Trains, Automobiles. Here's Prompto Argentum. Yeah, so two things, Mr. Jonathan. First of all, when I acquire a box, I pay taxes on the box. So like when you're buying it from me, notice how there's no like taxes when you check out. That's because they're built into the price already. So that's the price with taxes. And then additionally, there's a 3.5% PayPal fee. Most people pay with PayPal. On a really big transaction like that, if you're paying by Zelle, I could remove 3%, and that would make it about $34 cheaper as well. So between that and taxes, and then of course, I'm looking to make a cut as well. So that's all of the combination of things. It is Light of Judgment, but it gets thinner than you look, or thinner than you think. Here it is. All right. Look at that, Light of Judgment. Ta-da! From the feeling of it, these will not have a problem selling through because it's all anyone talks about. And in about a week, this could be a very cheap price. We don't know yet. We don't know what happens next. Here's Garland. People are going nuts over this one. But I have that box right now. You know, it's exciting to open it. And besides, if you pull that Chocobo on screen, that would be a very fancy thing to do in a live ribbon ship because it would get recorded and everyone would witness it. Witness me! So you got two Clouds. Remember, this Cloud's actually in Opus 1, guys. You can just open Opus 1 if you want. It's very cheap compared to this. Opus 1, how much is Opus 1? Like $17 a pack or something? MSRP, nobody's getting it at MSRP. Nobody. Not even the card shops, as far as I know, are getting it at MSRP. So that's pointless. I understand with the taxes and such, but man, that is a premium for the box. So it is a little bit of a premium. I agree. It's because it's a Rip and Ship channel. And we record it, and but that's it. That's just how Rip and Ship is. If you want it at the absolute cheapest price, I recommend just going online and get it. And but if you want to open it here and it's a social thing, there's a premium. And the boxes I have now have arrived, and those will probably sell out from the feel of it very quickly. What I have to say is that the MSRP price, nobody can get it at MSRP. That's just not, nobody's doing that. So nobody's getting at MSRP. And when you acquire it, there's always a tax almost to like 10% almost, you know? So there's a hefty tax that's baked in. And then also 3.5% on the purchase. I think you use PayPal. So I lose, these are real numbers. This really adds up. I lose 3.5% of the entire amount that I quoted you for. I lose that entire amount on PayPal. Now, if you were to do Zelle, we can save that money. That makes it look a little sexier. So if you can do Zelle, let me know. Here we are. I lose, by the way, the highest fee possible is not PayPal. It's actually crypto. So crypto is the highest fee possible. I pay the highest fees when people pay with crypto. PayPal would be the second highest. Wow, look at all that, man. Whew. Very nice. I got them at MSRP, but that was pre-order in February. Nice, dude. Out of 50 GameStops near me, there was one stop with the box. Nice. I was talking about the Cloud with the arms crossed. Okay. Oh, what was he saying? I like those Clouds. Okay. So, Kevin Vu, you should have a bag right here. Yeah, I feel you, man. These prices are very frustrating. It's very normal. Like, for me, it's like I don't even notice it anymore because it's just the nature of collectibles at this point. Actually, sometimes the most painful collectibles to pick up are the ones that cost the most. I can prove that. Let me show you something real fast. So I just picked up some collectibles, and I really paid a premium just right away. And let me show you. So look at these. Look how much money that is. Boom, 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 boom. What's going on with that? The most desirable cards just become so expensive you can't obtain them anymore. They're just mind-boggling expensive. And it's all a gamble, by the way. It's all a gamble. That Victini could fall in price. But you just spend money sometimes. You just do it. You just spend money. And it's very painful. But again, if you want to get it cheaper, you probably just go buy it direct wherever you can get it direct. And there's a premium on a rip and ship channel. There is a nice thing on a rip and ship channel, bragging rights if you pull it. So there's huge bragging rights. If anyone pulls that Chocobo live, whether it be with me or with anyone else, there's huge bragging rights to that. And it'll be recorded and everyone will see it. Then again, you probably won't pull it. The odds are against you. So somebody got that Dragonite. Our friend Mr. Brett got the Dragonite yesterday, and he just had a really great XY red and blue box get open last night, and that is probably going to turn into a clip as well. And let's see how that video is performing, because that Dragonite box did well, didn't it? So there's some bragging rights. I think that is one of the aspects of opening on a rip and ship channel. Yeah, check that out. So the Fossil Dragonite pull, that's the top video for the last 48 hours. And that's very cool, you know. What's the total views on that one? Total views are at 20,000. Yeah, pretty good. So there's definitely some bragging rights, but that's about it. You know, that's one of the social aspects of the rip and ship channels. All right, so now we have Jose Redondo, 6 energy shuffles. You got it. Woo! Believe it was. It should be far more expensive. Might be the first print. Mr. is monopolizing again. I'm not monopolizing. I just wanted a couple of those Victinis, and so there goes my money. We'll get those graded up. If they grade 10, I'm hoping to sell them, obviously, over the price of 1.5 thousand, right? So there's the cost of the grading, and then when you buy it from me, there's a 3.5% fee for most orders, PayPal, right? And so it's got to be over 1.5 thousand for it to make any sense to have done that. And if it goes under 1.5 thousand, I will have lost money, which does happen. You lose money on some things, you make money on some other things. 2 live, ooh, look at that. It's a little bit scary, you know. It's a little bit scary. You got to be a person with some capital lying around, and you go, okay, this is the gamble. Because what if it grades and nobody wants it, you know? So 5, 6, and that really does happen. 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Popping that over there. There's sets that I've definitely lost money on. 2 lives for Jose Arredondo. Could this be life-changing for you? 1, and boom, 2. 2 cold ones. 2 cold live customs. I'm sorry, man. That was Jose Arredondo, 2 cold live customs. I think it's silly to pay $40 for a 1 in 6 chance when you can pay twice that for pack straight up. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, so here it is. Final Fantasy, it's a 2 in 6. There's 2 booster packs. And then most importantly, there's a star spot. Some people like this. They would prefer $40 chance. I thought about turning this into a 1 of 6. Would you guys like that? So that you get 2 booster packs. Yeah, maybe I make it that way. Source, I just lost 40. I try to make these as enticing as possible, but I think the rules with the breaks will have to be going forward. All breaks have a star spot, always. It's not necessarily that you've lost your $40 if you pull the star, but the star adds a weight of 1 in 1 spot up. So this would have been 1 in 5, but here it is. So I'm changing. Wait, nobody's bought into this, have they? I should probably be careful with that because I don't want to change the rules if somebody's already bought in. That will upset them, unless they agree to it and they go, "No, that's fine. Do that." Looks like we're good. So we'll make it 1 in 6, and it's times 2, right? Times 2. So this is for 2 packs. So yeah, $40 a chance for 2 packs. How does that sound? It's a little bit better. I was actually contemplating that when we started the break. Yeah, I mean, if it's better for you to just go buy a pack, just go buy a pack. I think that's perfectly normal. These are just different types of products. Different types of products, you know. Here's Bandai starters. I know you're all capable of doing basic mathematics. You're all capable of doing it. Here's Lucario and Mel Metal. Ooh. And Carvana. Very nice. I thought you meant the Final Fantasy slabs Mr. had. Mr. Question that Energy 7, is that price correct? This one right here? Yes. So this is a minor miscut, which means it is really off center. Here you can see a black dot, and that is called the guiding dot. And what it means is the card was cut wrong. And so it's not a very impressive error, actually. So what you'll notice, you see these words at the top. That's the next card starting. So there's words at the top here. And maybe 35 is too much for a simple energy card. But, you know, there's people out there who enjoy the error cards. I find error cards are very slow to sell. Error cards don't sell as fast. Mark Duez, $100 for Slab Away. Mark Duez. Mr. Mark. This is $280. Boom. Here's Tim Harrison, 7 Weiss Pixar. 7 Weiss Pixar. The folded arms, 1. Bump it 85. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. All right. I was talking about the slab. Here we are. Very nice. Let's go ahead and snip this up. Did we decide if it was 1 and 6 or 2 and 6? Let's make it 1 and 6, Mr. Jeff. It's more exciting if it's 1 and 6. It's more exciting. You get 2 packs. Omar kind of brought up what I was feeling too. It's like, what's the point of buying into that break when you might as well just toss in another 40 and get a pack or whatever, right? So, no, I actually agree with him. So let's make it a 1 and 6. One person gets 2 booster packs. The stakes are higher, the odds are lower. The stakes are higher, the odds are lower. So now it is a more distinct feeling RNG product compared to just going over here and buying an actual booster. Here's this, and here's this. Iran didn't sign the deal. Oh, was there some sort of offer today? Or do you mean like a couple days ago? Who owns the card? I do 25 if they agree. That's Zachary Stekskowski, and he might be here. Are you here, Zach? If Zach's here, Zach, someone's making an offer on your card for $25 for it. Yeah, that's not actually, that's really not unreasonable. Nobody's bought it yet. And that was kind of a made-up price when we priced it up. We are. Trump told them to do it. Just do it. That's fine with me. Sounds good. He's agreeing to $25 for the Error Energy card. Here we are. Not bad. Tim Harrison. Thank you, Tim. All right. Boy, that was some hot pack opening a second ago when we were opening 3 of those packs. That's crazy feeling. Feels really good. That's some booster. What was the just do it they signed? Trump was really pressuring Iran to sign some kind of no nuclear arms agreement. And he was just telling them, just do it, just do it. That's how he described it. Like he was almost just forcefully telling them. And they didn't agree to sign it. And then Israel blew them up. They said, all right, blowy uppy time. Here's a nice Old Maid Coughing. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, a nice Cyndaquil. Here's Geodude. Here's Merip. And here's Horsey. What? What a nice Horsey. All right. Self-destruct. Like that Nine Inch Nails song, Mr. Self-Destruct. Mr. Self-Destruct. Team Rocket Grunt says, can you please open a Prismatic, a Surging Spark, and a Dustin Rivals with store credit? Also have an Umbreon in commission that you can lower to 40. Okay. So, Umbreon for 40. Where'd he go? Oh, I thought he was here. Where'd he go? Aha, here he is. So you want this lowered to 40. Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. There it is. I don't know, man. All that stuff is such bad feelings. I wish they would just figure it the F out, dude. Like, god dang, dude. They're always in some kind of war. You know, ultimately, deep down, it's always some kind of hatred for each other or some battle over land. And I just get so tired of it, dude. Like, oh my god, dude. But we're way over here, I guess. So it's not my life. It's not my, it doesn't affect me that much, right? It doesn't affect any of us that much in a way. It's just, man, it just never ends. You just hear about it all the time, all this constant terribleness. It is. All right, 1 Prismatic, 1 Surging. Never just chill, you know. Let's see. Here's Surging Sparks. And here's Destined Rivals. Haha. He even better than Pete Hegseth just said that we are on the way to the Middle East aircraft carriers troops and left last night. Oh, I see. Trump said that. He said that a whole bunch of military people are on the way. So let's add these up. Oh, yeah. I don't remember the Surging Sparks. Scroll up here. Let's see. Surging Sparks. Well, you know, Karis was talking to me about it, and she said something that sounded probably correct. She said, don't wound what you can't kill, or something like that. And I think basically what she was saying was, you know, if you go in and you cause all this horribleness, and then you just let the same regime recover and build back up, they're going to have maybe even a larger grudge. You know, it's going to be even the stakes for winning a fight or some kind of regional struggle is going to go up even higher. It's just going to be more extreme. So I thought that was an interesting thought. Okay, so 137 minus 17.5 minus 10 minus 9 minus 9. So you're left with $100, 150. Okay. There it is. Marching Durant comes from Surging Sparks. There we go. I do have to say one thing. I would say that I do feel more comfortable with new countries not getting nuclear bombs. I mean, whether it be one country or another, the proliferation of nuclear arms, never really a good thing, you know? Snipping this. So it would be really easy if Iran just said, that's okay, we don't need nuclear bombs. Besides, I mean, look at how much war is done with like drones and missiles, these hypersonic missiles and all this other stuff. But you hear like the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia talking about how, you know, if they got to get a nuke, we got to get a nuke. And he's like, what are you even going to do with the nuke? He was saying that in a meeting. I was listening to him talk. He sounds like a really smart guy, man. And I think that he's kind of forward thinking. I think that that's, you know, it's smart to realize that, you know, let's just do business and be prosperous. Let's be rich. Let's do business with each other. And, you know, why spend all this money and effort trying to build nuclear bombs with each other, you know? Arms race, essentially. All right, there we are. That's 3 chili packs. I'm sorry about that. Look at that. Man, Pokemon cards. NHCC has a question. He says, can we sell cards from our bag if another member wants it? You can't advertise. That's the only thing I'd say. You can't come into the stream and say, I got this for sale, I got this for sale, I got this for sale. So you can't do that. What were you just thinking? You had a card in your bag and a guy asked you for it? I could probably help you guys move that around. Sometimes when there's a direct sale like that occurs, sometimes there's like a $2 tip or something like that. Something real simple, you know. Here's Team Rocket Sneasel. All right. Think of me like your bartender, and you're like, hey, bartender, go do stuff for me. The bartender's going to be like, Let's see. Team Rocket Grunt. Okay. Very nice. Just as long as you're just not advertising, because that and we've had that in the past, and that's not very good. Advertising, the chat becomes an advertisement platform is what it does, and we don't want that. Dowboo, what's up, Dowboo? How's it going, man? Team Rocket Grunt with the sad face. Yeah. It's crazy how fast Pokemon cards can eat your money and give you like 5 cents of holo cards. It's actually very similar to like being in a $40 break in that sense, isn't it? And that was just about $40, I think. What do you go for? He went from 137 to 100.5, and you got a couple of holos out of it. You could have gotten like a V card. Very similar to a break. It's actually not a lot different. But yeah, so Pokemon cards are brutal, man. It's all brutal. It's all brutal. All these card companies know. They've got us by the Pokeballs. They know. They know how much we want these hot cards. They're like, give them a 1 in 186 chances. Whew. All right, so here's Luke Laurie 20 to slab away. 1 Star Wars Galaxy 3-pack. Luke Laurie. This is going to say 180. And 1 Star Wars Galaxy 3-pack. You know what I should do? When I retire someday, and I don't know when I'll retire, but eventually I'll retire, right? When I retire someday, I should continue to run the stream. But the stream should be ran as strictly a non-profit stream. That would be very interesting, don't you think? So I could host these breaks at a $0 profit range. and just host it just to be cool. But limit the amount of time I work. Maybe work like 20 hours a week or some tiny amount. Here it is, Luke Laurie. But right now I got to build up for retirement. We all do. I've got, bills to pay, mortgage. We're trying to get moved. Here it is. So I'm just working. Ooh, look at that. God, dude, if you could only gotten that as a first edition, that'd have been really nice. That's the cover art. Dude, why is that so crazy looking? All right. That was back before... Oh! He got full art, too. Wow, what a great pack. That's a great pack. I think Mr. got about 8 more years left in him, to be honest. Oh, I don't know. Who knows how long. Could be much longer than that. Ooh. All right. I'd like to be able to transfer the card shop off to somebody else, by the way. I don't know if you guys have talked about that, because I'd like to sell it as a business to whoever would like to buy it and then train that person. Yes. Ooh. But we don't know what the future holds. I mean, I'll probably get like butt cancer or heart disease or something someday. And so I'll be like, all right, that's it for me. Time to start working on my health exclusively and spend all my money on healthcare. As we do in America. The American dream. You'll be married in a year in the summer with a kid on her way in 3. All right, here we are. Ooh. Dementia Economist. Oh, yeah, that could be a thing. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll get dementia. Alexa's going to make the stream called The Lady Economist. I don't know if she wants it. Here we are. I don't know if selling stinky cards all day is her thing. Here's Portgas Diaz. I think she does like the internet though, so I don't know. You never know. Here's Slowpoke. The only problem with selling is they ain't you. Yeah, I can appreciate that. I definitely feel like part of the fun is just our relationship with each other, because I noticed that too, whether it be suppliers, customers, or just somebody who is very passionate about the hobby. It's money goes back and forth. You can talk about margins. You can talk about, I got a deal on this, or I overpaid for that. But a lot of the times, the real reason you do business with somebody is just because you like them. No other reason. Like, I noticed that happens to me too. A supplier or somebody else, and we don't like each other, and I'm like, I don't even need to do business with you. What am I doing? I go do business with someone who's nice to me. And so I noticed that's actually a pretty significant part of being in the hobby, is just maybe the fun of having somebody to hang out with who you don't mind hanging out with, which could be really difficult, because in life there's a lot of people you do not want to have to hang out with. Here's Garrett Nadal, a spot in both Luffy. Both Luffy, you mean the wanted poster as well? Both Luffy, he said. Oh, I did not add a manga. Here we are. This needs to say manga at the top. Years from now, Mr. will be walking in his walker and introduce his successor, Louis. Well, Louis will be in his walker too. We're probably a similar age. Here it is. You gotta have somebody young take over. Can't be an old person. All right. M for Manga. Okay. Does the business come with all the current subs? They must know that I will be the boss now. And they will also have to call me Mr. Yeah, I think that selling the business looks kind of like this. You would get the channel. You would get all of my resources and connections. You would get, most importantly, the inventory, which is a really big deal. And then probably all my techniques. I would be like, here's how to do this. So, but that would be a discussion for much later in life, because the other option is I just shut my doors and this channel is dead. Just sort of like a memory instead of a living thing. Mr. looking for his J.D. Vance. Here you are. Elon and Trump split. They need to stay together for J.D. Vance. for the J.D. Vance. A spot in both Luffy. He said both Luffy. I really think he's referring to the wanted poster. Where'd the wanted poster go? Mega. Where's the wanted poster? I don't even see it. Down here? Oh, yes, down here. So this is technically a Luffy as well. So he's got to be referring to that guy. You could do a 2-for-1 deal, sale for the house with the business. That'd be pretty interesting. You're talking about a lot of money there, so I don't know how that would exactly work. But yeah, that's an interesting idea. All right. Good. That would be a shame. You can sell the gaming channel. I could, except I might get back into it one day. That's the only thing. The gaming channel, I realized today, the gaming channel is a bit more of a personal channel because it really is just video gaming, not a full business. This is actually kind of like a legitimate business here. What we do, it's a small business, but we move a pretty good volume of cards, and yeah, it's for being a one-man band, it's not bad. 2 if you count Alexis. Here's Ivan Rodriguez. Now, wait a second. I got these both. Did I tick these up? I didn't tick these up, did I? Do a break for the channel. All right, guys. We're doing $1 million break. Buy-in is $25. All right. There we go. Oh. The missus could stream on there all her games. She could. I don't know if that would be good, though. That might actually cause a mass exodus from the channel. Ivan Rodriguez, the energy card. All right, the energy card is sold. So that is Error Energy. There it is. Okay. And Mr. Ivan. Gonna give this to Zach. How hard was it to actually start your small business? Like in terms of tax, paperwork, etc. It was tough. It was tough. I don't think that normal people are going to do it because it's so much work. So if you're somebody who doesn't like to work a lot, you might struggle to have the motivation to do it. So this is going to be 25 times 0.73. Yeah, and that kind of describes society as a whole, right? Like, why doesn't everybody in society be super rich and have a great business and all this other stuff as well? Because it's really just for the busybodies. People who have maybe like a stick up their butt and just run around working all day. And I realize I have that personality a little bit, probably inherited it from my crazy mom. And so that worked for me. And other people have that a little bit too. You know, if I had to bet, I bet you most small business owners are sort of these people who are always on their toes a little bit, maybe a little bit anxious about, hey, am I getting this all done right? You know, maybe a little perfectionism to a degree. Or maybe like an endless desire to keep working, or like a hunger or ambition for sales or something. So you have to have almost kind of, you almost have to have a bit of an abnormal personality to get into a business. I think starting it's also a little bit more of the fun part, but like to continue running it for years, that's also a type of personality. You know, like how many of you guys have stayed at any job for like 6 or 7 years? A lot of us changed jobs by then. So it's like to start it up is one aspect of a personality type. To keep it running the whole time is another aspect. And so you just have to be this kind of person. Clock in, clock in, clock. The calendar years are flipping past. You're like, okay, here I am. So you have to have a mix to do those things. And, you know, and when you think about somebody who's homeless, you could almost think of that person as like a personality where they really struggle to get any job because they're like, I don't want to work. Or they go have some other crazy aspect where it's like, they're like, I don't want to keep showing up to work. Or maybe they just really love drugs or something, whatever it is. And so I think these personality types just sort of decide our fate for us. You know, you're going to go one way or another. If I wasn't doing this, maybe I'd just be coding all day long because that's what my degree was in. I actually got that degree. Maybe I'd just be coding all day long. But I'd be doing something. And it's the same for all of you guys. If you're real passionate about something, you can try to start a business, but it's funny how quickly it becomes sort of like a real chore to keep something running. It's a real chore. I've seen that with a lot of YouTubers too, by the way. This isn't just like a card shop. Card shops have in my opinion, they have a very different vibe and feel when you walk into a card shop. This is also like entertainment at the same time. So to run a YouTube channel, which I've done that now for a long time, that's tough in a certain way. You have to, you know, I've noticed this thing where I've seen a lot of YouTubers that have like twitches to their faces, almost like Tourette's. And I've got to wonder if maybe Tourette's goes hand in hand with wanting to make social media content, because if you have like an impulse to talk and communicate, you probably have a better shot of making it on a social media platform, because the hardest part is making a lot of content all of the time. like never stop, never ending. And even a person who loves to communicate a lot might one day just be like, I can't do this anymore. I got nothing left to say. Like, I do not want to talk about this one more time. Are you kidding? But that's the nature of the work. Bill Barron, 1 spot in the mega sub list. So that's been my experience from this side, and it's fun to talk about a little bit because, you know, it's interesting to explain maybe an experience that some people don't get to have. But yeah, so I noticed people who have like twitches on their faces and like Tourette syndrome personality types, they seem to make content. And I think it's because something just compels them to keep talking and keep making noise. And that might actually tie into the whole Tourette's. Here it is. 1, 2, 3. Bill Barron. I hope you've been blessed, dog. Brandon, my brother, what's hood? It's Brandon Wong. How are you today? Pop this in here. 3 spots left on the Mega Mew round. And, man, there it is. The Final Fantasy booster that we're not going to sell too fast because it is definitely expensive. Let me close this. Here's... Let's see what else we got going on. Steven Gonzalez. He says he'll take a spot in the new Final Fantasy break. So this is a new Final Fantasy break. You got it, Steven. Okay. I was thinking about starting one myself, but sometimes I feel like I underestimate how much work goes into it. You definitely can. So what's interesting about social media is no one can stop you from making one. You go open up an account, you give yourself like a title, you give yourself a name, you can give yourself a background image and music and whatever it is, your intro. Hey everyone, how's it going? So you go make an intro and all this, and then every day you just got to keep that going. And if you don't keep it going, you just collapse and fail instantly because everyone's competing to do it. Everyone. Your competition's the whole wide world. Anyone with a cell phone can make content. And so it's in the purest sense, it's a competition for attention. And so who is it that gets to the top of those algorithms? Crazy people. That's it. Pretty exclusively, I think. 1 Black Bolt. People who have a certain crazy aspect to their personality type where they just keep talking, or entertaining, or reacting, teaching, whatever it is, propagandizing, whatever it is they do, they just can't stop doing it. And I think it goes a little bit beyond just getting paid well to do it, right? So like if you're paid well to do something, but you don't like it, you'll give up because eventually you'll have money and you'll just give up. So it has to go beyond money. It just has to be some sort of personality aspect. And so, you know, I do, you know, when it comes to like TikTok, when it comes to YouTube, I think you see certain personality types emerge and they're very similar personality types. And you think at first, maybe they're just copying what they've seen other people do. I actually question that. I think it's more ingrained in the way that they think and they talk, and then they show up at the top of the algorithm because they happen to have that type of personality. Here's Steven Gonzalez. So it's not learned from each other. It's actually just reflecting how they feel inside. All right, here's this. Haha. So that's my theory on it. I'm focusing on eBay. Made $6K in a month. I'm happy. Sure. eBay business. There we go. Very nice, man. What are your tips to people who want to run an eBay business? Here's this muley, this. If you want to run a good Pokemon card eBay business, because really that's a skill everyone who is in the hobby should have, because selling your cards is just as important as buying them. What is this? It's a bit of dust. Ooh, this Rapidash. Only $210. Actually a pretty good price for that, in my opinion. Check this out. This is Expedition Rapidash. Pop 25, a truly rare card. Kind of undervalued, in my opinion. Here's a Larvitar. $75 Larvitar. Here's Slowpoke. Here's Slack Off. Slack on, Slack off. I was thinking about drop shipping. I've heard a lot of people talk about drop shipping. Does anyone here not know what that is? Basically, a factory in China produces a good, and you're living in America, and what you do is you advertise that good for sale on a place like maybe eBay. I don't think eBay allows drop shipping, but let's say you advertise it on a platform that allows drop shipping. And then as orders come in, the product ships not from your house, but from China. So they go to your link, they click on it, they go down your website, they go, ooh, I want to buy that t-shirt or that doodad, that knickknack. They buy it, and when the purchase comes in, somebody in China gets the order, and they say, here it is, it's selling. And so you never have to buy. The reason that this appeals to people for getting rich is you never have to buy inventory. Like, see this is all inventory. I paid for this already. I paid for the PSA grading and I paid for the poker deck. It cost me hundreds of dollars to get to this point where I've got a $75 Larvitar on the table. If you're drop shipping, you're just selling someone else's Larvitar for them, and they don't really specialize in selling stuff. They specialize in, I don't know, producing goods. But you're really good at advertising. So you make a website, you create a payment link, you know, like a gateway for them to pay, and then you aggressively advertise the product successfully on social media, and they go, oh, wow, we got to have that doodad. So they click on your website, they click on your link, and you're getting rich, rich, rich. I don't think you'd get that rich from it, but if you're very skilled and a top performer at drop shipping, you could maybe do pretty well. I think it's probably as competitive as anything, you know. But, you know, if you're in business for yourself, you immediately make more money typically because there's no overhead costs. So NH doubles because you're the shareholder, the only shareholder. When you work for Walmart, you're paying for yourself, you're paying for the building, you're paying for the manager, the manager's manager, the regional manager, and then the CEO, the vice president, every corporate officer, and then the shareholder who gets like 8% return. So you just don't make as much. NHWC 50 off my Nami and a spot in the wanted poster. Ooh, that wanted poster. Okay, NHCC. All right. If I was to start a business today, I wonder what I would work on. If I was to try and start a business, you know what I would do? I'd probably try to do something with AI, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. All right, 7 of these. AI, that could be, well, it's good at producing videos and images. So that would run into social media probably. Yeah, I'd probably try to get really good with AI right away and maybe produce content using AI. Try to get a viral channel using just AI maybe and monetize that channel somehow. So that's a thing that people right now are trying to become the best at. And you're not working on it, but they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 of these and the wanted poster. Okay. All right, well, it says 7, so there's 1 spot left in the wanted poster. 1 spot left. I tried selling on eBay. Those fees suck. Amazon is one of those sites. I don't know what it is, but my mom synced $10K into a company to own. Yeah, that's the hard part about business, too, is you can do something like that. You can spend... Where's my drink? I know I had a drink. You can spend $10,000 on inventory to sell through, and then nobody wants it. And all of a sudden, you're sitting on a huge financial disaster. So that's what they say when they say, I'm taking the risk, or, you know, oh, the businessman should make money because he risked, you know, his own capital to try and run a business. And now that it's successful, you're angry at him for it. You know, so but that's what they mean when they say that. Here's JCL Lopez, One Korean Terror Festival. You got it. One Korean Terror Festival. I know if I was trying to get started all over again in the Pokemon card hobby, I would get into commission sales. That's what I would get into because I think that there's going to be a lot of that in the future. Tons of opportunity in commission sale, I would bet. Here it is. Because there's going to be so many people who need help getting rid of their Pokemon cards. Here it is. All right. You could do something like, I buy Pokemon for cash. And then you say, all right, I'll liquidate your cards for you, but you got to give me this lower cut. So I would say you got guys like Cardconomist on the sell side, where he sells cards like a card shop. But there's this huge demand now for people who want to get back out of the hobby, people who need money for a vehicle, people who need money to move, people who need a vehicle for their dying grandmother, people who need money to have a baby, people who have gotten into surprising debt, and now they're trying to get out of it. So there should be, because of all the collectors out there, there should be a huge customer base of people who need to get rid of their cards now, but they're not very good at it. And if you're extremely good at liquidating other people's cards for them, that's actually like drop shipping in a way, if you think about it. If you're extremely good at helping people get rid of their cards for them, but you're saying, hey, you got to pay me to get rid of your cards for you, there might be a lot of opportunity there. Now, Z&G Emporium, he's already kind of doing what you would want to do. He's doing those, you know, commission sales, auction sales on eBay. And I think eBay gives him a lower price. So I think he would be very hard to compete with because he has sort of this monopoly on it now, right? He has like a brand for doing that. So you would have to find another way to offer people commission sales that makes them feel comfortable with it. And ultimately, you have to provide more value than him. So you have to say, look, he takes this much from you, and I take less than that. Yeah. So you got to look for opportunities like that. Here's a nice $15 lantern, PSA 9. Okay. Can you insure Pokemon cards? Sure. I mean, are you asking me if I personally can insure them? I think I can insure them for you if you'd like. Maybe I'd be the insurer. So, for example, if you had a $1,000 card with me, I can cover $1,000 if something goes wrong. So I could say, all right, so you won $1,000. You're going to pay me 3% annual, 2% annual on the card. So that would cost you, let's say the card's being stored over here, right? 1,000 times 0. I should be able to do this in my head. So $20 to insure your card per year or something like that. So you pay me $20 and I'll say, if your card goes missing, I buy you the same card and you're all good. See, so I do something like that. But I've never offered insurance before. One of the only problems with insurance is I feel like if I did try to become a Pokemon vault for other people, I think I would become a bigger target for like theft or break-ins. So that is the number one thing holding me back. I don't want to make myself a bigger target for no reason. For like $20, make myself a bigger target. Like I gotta have like automated turrets in my house and laser beams at some point. Make sure that people are discouraged. Here we go. We got Mr. Garrett. But if I moved to like a mountain home in the middle of nowhere and I had like these huge deep bunkers, I could put some really heavy vaults down there. Or I thought about doing this. It's an undisclosed location. It's not in my home at all. It's just an undisclosed location. And only one other person knows about it. Somebody who is going to take care of your cards if I die of a sudden heart attack. 1, 2, 3. So Garrett sent for 7 of these, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Poke Shuffle. Garrett. Any gym breaks? Oh, I got to set up the gym break. I forgot about this. Yes, the gym breaks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cold ones, Mr. Garrett. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That is 7 cold ones. By the way, did you guys catch this? A new booster pack break is finally up. We took a little break from those, and they are back. Now, we are going to be offering you a gym break on a Scarlet box, probably. Give me a second. You want a $50 you want a $50 gym break on those new Final Fantasy packs? That'd be crazy. $45, 1 and 2. That is a Scarlet Violet break right there. It's basically half the price of a box. So, pretty scary. A couple of those have gone off. They're really entertaining, actually. Okay. You missed my 50 off my Nami. Oh, let's take care of you. I am so sorry about that. Let's take a quick look at that. Nami is mommy. All updated. Sorry about that, Mr. NHCC. All good. All right. Now we have Jose Redondo, Tag 10 Mew. That's just a really solid card. I'm surprised it didn't sell the first time. Dondo. Okay. I want 50 up my Nami. Oop, I'm sorry about that. What time is it? 6:13. Jose Arredondo, $100 off of Slab Away. Grab this. This is 160. Boom. All right, you're up to date. Okay. Ivan Rodriguez, PSA Lantern. Here it is. Ivan Rodriguez. That one's pretty much below the cost of grading, so yeah, it can't go wrong there. Okay. There we go. Thanks. No problem, man. All right. Mr. Garrett sent for... Oh. Let's see. Another round of the Poke Shuffles. Hell yeah, dude. $35 Poke Shuffle. 7 more cards, he said. Ta-da. Pokerev wouldn't have a heart attack. He's better than me. No! We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it goes. I think it'd be cool to live in like the hills of Switzerland and own like a vault home where everyone's cards are kept, and offer insurance on them, and do a little bit of vaulting, maybe just for our group. That's 7 more cold ones, really? Wow, Garrett, you are deeply unlucky with that round, man. You know, it's shuffled each time, right? So it's possible for that to happen, to run a bad round and then to run a back-to-back bad round. Wow, that sucks, man. Mr. Garrett, how about a little free one, Garrett? I don't like to see that. All right, Garrett, what do you pull? Cleffa. So you got a nice Cleffa, Mr. Garrett. Let's see, let's find your bag. This is Garrett 22. Dang, dude, that's really tough. That is some awful luck. Let's see. You know, if only you could have predicted that first round was going to be cold. You could have opened 14 in a row, and I bet you would have pulled something from that first round. But there was no way to know that, and then the second round is shuffled. So it's off to another spot in the box. No kidding, all terrible luck. Awesome, thank you. Sorry, man. All right. Don't lose hope. All right, so now we've got Hunter Tipton, who is asking for Scarlet Violet Gym Break. Hunter Tipton is in for the Scarlet Violet Gym Break, by the way, guys. Let's go looking around for any other gym breaks as well. So he's in. $45 buy-in, everybody. We've got this Cinema Roll. That's a pristine 10 Hello Kitty card. And he's just very cute. He's got his little, whatever that is. Minstrel? I don't remember the name of that. Here's Hunter. Kind of pricey. I want to take Hunter down. I don't think Hunter's going to end. Let's see. Well, it might be time to start a new break. Okay. Harp? Is it a harp? I don't think it's a harp. I think a harp like sits on the ground. That has a more specific name. It's a harp type instrument though. Steven Gonzalez, BGS grading for Reshiram. Steven, let's grab your bag, Steven. All right, so you've got a Reshiram. Oh, that's so nice looking. I like the monochrome cards. I think they look way cooler. Ooh, iPad's about to fall over. Just bumped that iPad real bad. All right, so I think the monochrome cards are very cool looking, and they look much better than gold or silver cards, you know. Or rainbow, I should say rainbow. Ooh. Shows you what Pokemon could do if they wanted. Okay, where's my sleeve? Here it is. Would you be interested in the Reshiram I pulled from White Flare, Mister? Maybe. You are. You don't like that one? Steven Gonzalez, PSA. All right, it's on its way. Sent for the gym break, Jose Arredondo. Sent for the gym break, Jose Arredondo. All right, so that gym break is popping off. Haha. Oh, wait. No, wait. So after Hunter Tipton, it's Jose Arredondo 6 Energy Shuffle. That is actually the next order. Jose Arredondo, good luck. I like it, but I pulled one the other day in person, so I have 2. Oh. So what you're saying is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'd like to offer me the second one. I might be able to do that. 2 live. Okay, 2 live minus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the box goes up by 3 after going down by 14. What could we be pulling here, Mr. Jose Arredondo? Cold and... oh, it's still cold. Cold Live Customs. Freezing cold. Where's our star card? Here it is. This ticks down by 5. This vintage bubblegum Mickey Mouse card is now vintage. It should be called antique because it's like 100 years old. Antique Mickey Mouse card from 1935. Bubblegum Mickey Mouse. One of those unique things we do on the channel. Okay. The Reshiram was for BGS. Oh, my bad, dude. I wrote down PSA, didn't I? I might have read it wrong. I don't know. Or either you wrote it wrong or I read it wrong. I don't know. Or my brain remembered it wrong. Oh, yeah. Hopefully Black Label. Okay, now. Team Rocky Grunt, let me get the last spot in the Luffy wanted break in 6 Pokey Shuffles. 6 Pokey Shuffles it is, Mr. Team Rocky Grunt. Got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's that. 6 of these. Oh my God, these were cold too. There's gonna be a run on the Pokey Shuffles in a second here. All right, Team Rocket Grunt. So that's minus 30, which means you have 70.5. And then you want a minus 40 for Luffy. That brings us to 30.5. Luffy wanted poster is over. Good luck in there, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. Okay. Mr. Check Zelle, please. Let me go check Zelle. Alicia says, Pokey Shuffle, 4 minutes ago. No problem, Miss Alicia. Let me just do things in order, okay? So I gotta do these in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 of these. And we're gonna grab this. So we got chase card, star card, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these. The wanted Luffy poster is done. What are the TCC Modern packs? Formerly known as Pokebras. You pull out modern booster cards from there. Modern Pokemon. All right. Typically all just hits, except there are cold packs that contain like common cards too. The prices are just based off of like, oops, TCG player. So that's what the prices are based off of. It's we do sell them from time to time. They're not the most popular thing though. I don't know how to make them popular. All right, so, oh yeah, give me a number. Wanted to make sure it went through. Got an error on my end. Oh, weird. Yeah, it looks like it went through. 2, 1, 2. Thank you, Mr. Brandon. How's life going for you, Mr. Brandon? Tell me about life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 8 of these. Okay. Miss Alicia. Alicia the poker card collector. You know that makes us bestie, right? Here we are. You can't be a poker card collector and not be my besties. Okay, give me another number. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there it is. The wanted poster is up for grabs. Let's see who gets it. Good luck, you guys. Here's Zachary Stex. Old. Jonathan Fernandez. Star card. Okay, Jonathan. So you get transferred to the Star Break. Team Rocket Grunt. Ah, sorry, man. Here's JC. Nope. NHCC. Nope. Omar Batui. Nope. Garrett Nadal. Nope. And Asmer Ahmed. He's got it. Woo! All right. Wasn't he one of the earliest guys in the break? I can't remember. All right. Very cool. That took a little while to go off. Actually, no, it didn't. That one broke pretty fast. The wanted poster. And I don't have anything to replace it with either. Just the manga breaks. But that's cool. It kind of shows you that one-piece breaks are definitely something people are thinking about. So we will more confidently offer one-piece breaks. I got work later. Hey, I got $5. You did. I appreciate that you paid for the slab like in 24 hours. So I was like, let's just waive the whole fee, which we were talking about a little bit. Okay, Jonathan Fernandez. I know what break you're going into. Let's get this collector card, the chase card in here. And we shall put this in here. Oh, look, it says Javier Arroyo. That was a card he must have sold back to me or something. Oh, right. It was a card he got from a PSA return, wasn't it? And then he sold it to me, and then I turned it into a break. It's the circle of life over here, guys. Okay, how cool is that? So if you grade a card and it grades 10, you could actually ask me to liquidate it for you, and I might do that for you pretty fast. In fact, I might be the buyer. Did you get my ZELLE? Did I get your ZELLE? Jonathan D. Santiago. Is it Day? I am sorry if I messed your names up, by the way. Okay, congratulations to him. I don't know if Tammy's watching, so I'm going to go ahead and do the current breaks history. Yes. Kevin Fu got the Final Fantasy Booster Pack Break Triple. And then number 2 at 140, Asmer Ahmed pulls wanted poster. Okay, there we go. Tammy likes to hide all the names so as not to spoil it. I guess I'm not doing that. I think he used like brackets or something to do that. So, Jonathan Fernandez, he gets moved into the star card. The current star card is this guy. This is the oldest break. He's been sitting on the table for a little while, and he is on his way out. He will definitely be over. But every break should have a star spot on it, and every card can benefit from a star spot because, you know, if that card is kind of stuck and not moving, it will move. It just takes a little extra. It will disappear. And this should help everyone feel confident about the break they're jumping into. There we go. Oh, wait. These go here. These contain people's one card that they pulled. Where's the star card? So there it is, and it is now 8 out of 11. There's 3 spots remaining in that Gray Ninja. Gray Ninja really got stuck, didn't he? I don't know what that was all about, because he jumped up to 6 spots really fast. And then he just kind of stayed there forever. So everyone must have been distracted with other great pulls. But actually, it felt like the pulls kind of slowed down. That's what it really felt like. And I think that probably had a lot to do with a couple things. We started bringing out this new thing called the gym breaks. And gym breaks, I think, started taking a lot of people's attention. And then the other thing happened. We got a lot of great sets released. So people are just opening up booster packs for a while. But we got some awesome breaks going on. I mean, look at this Manga Luffy. That one's hot. This one's moving very fast. Manga Luffy, top break right now. That is a top break. What else? What other things do we have? I would say this is another really nice break right here. This Charizard, he's up to 3. He's not moving super fast, but I have a feeling that one will not have trouble going because you never bet against Charizard. He does well. All right. Honestly, breaks like this really do dominate the channel at the moment. So in the same time that we have not finished this Great Ninja and this Charizard, gym breaks have been going off like every single day. You know, we must have opened 2 boxes of Scarlet, 1 Snow Hazard. Like, we finished like 6 or 7. I don't remember how many of the jumbo pack breaks we finished. So people are loving the gym breaks. Probably because your odds are 1 and 2, which is appealing in a certain way. And also probably because you know the outcome super fast. Okay, yeah, so who won the Luffy? Do you have any other Mickey Mouse cards in higher grades? I do, actually. I have a lot of these. I have a lot of these bubblegum Mickey Mouse cards that I've been holding for a while, and they're very lovely, and I'm not in a rush to sell any. From time to time, I bring them out and show what I got, and 1 or 2 will sell at that point. But they're very special. They're from 1935, and it's a Walt Disney kind of card investment, if you want to call it a card investment. It's going to reach 100 years old in about 10 years. So we're in 2025. In 10 years, it's 100 years old. So it's a pretty special thing. And Mickey Mouse cards have kind of done well for me. They're not like Pokemon, though. They're very different from Pokemon. Jose Redondo, Scarlet and Violet Gym Break, Hello Kitty Gym Break. Oh, you wanted the Hello Kitty, too. You got it, man. All right, there's the Hello Kitty. And here's the Scarlet Violet. Let's get it all started up. All right, Jose Arredondo. Let's just see. Here it is. You were the second person in here, so you're there. And Hunter Tipton was the first person in here. Hunter Tipton's a little bit scary. That guy does miss sometimes, but overall, he seems to hit. I wonder if that will continue. It's not luck, guys. It's actually, there's spirits involved. Here it is. It's fate. I don't know. You ever think about odds and stuff like that? Odds are very fascinating. It's a very fascinating concept. That was one of the earliest things we learned in computer science, that there is no such thing as RNG. It doesn't exist. and that when you write an RNG program, it's not real RNG. It's actually just a sophisticated string of logical this, that, sometimes that, So it appears to be random, but it's not. Here goes. Alakazam, 80 HP. And it's kind of a deeper philosophical question about whether randomness truly exists anywhere in the universe. Is it real? Venomoth, first round going to Hunter Tipton, or does it just appear to be random? Here's Gardevoir. Ooh, that's a good one. That's going to be hard to beat. And it is hard to beat. Hunter Tipton with the clean sweep here. Both spots, both rounds going to Hunter Tipton right away. That was pretty easy, huh, Hunter? Dang, that guy's just steamrolling these boxes for some reason. All right. I love patterns and odds. Odds are, again, they're just kind of fun to think about mathematically. Like, here's a great philosophical thing. One of the arguments in, whenever you get into, like, religious arguments. Oh, I accidentally gave you a win, Jose Arredondo. That doesn't make sense. Here we are. We'll take you down for a loss. And I can't really undo that win, so we just have to remember that you've already got it, okay? Oh, that's kind of crazy. The guy with the toughest losses and the most wins, it seems. Crazy. Jose Arredondo, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe the Poke gods are testing you right now. All right. Could you read my message? Oh, Mister, if possible, don't share the BGS grades and the Weiss cards I traded into you. You've got to feel bad about Mike. No problem, man. No problem, man. I will not do that, okay? They will just stay between me and you. All right. Show off the double black-white box break. Yes, we have a new box battle running. We always have a box battle running. And this time it is for a box of black and a box of white. Your odds are 1 in 8. And it's like half full already. So people were pretty excited for this one. That is black and white box break. Thought that would be appropriate because, I don't know, the new set, black and white. All right, there we go. Plug this in here. Yeah, I'm not going to, like, gloat or something. That would be super rude, super tone deaf. Brandon traded me these cards, and this one happened to grade Black Label. Oh, got him. I won't do that. Here we are. All right. Ready? You actually got me in those trades sometimes. You know that? Like, you did a trade with me for some Marvel cards, and they all graded 9. So I don't always win in a trade. Did you know that? Sometimes I win in the trade. Sometimes I actually lose. Especially when we're talking about the trade before the grades are back. So you'd be surprised, Mr. Brandon. The grades might come back, and they might all be like 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5. And if they are, you killed me. You got me very good in that trade. If they do come back Black Label, then I did well. So it's just something that, it's like a gamble. It's like a dice roll. You don't know, and I don't know until later. It is. So I wouldn't sweat over it too much. Yeah, you're gonna wish you had known if it was Black Label. You're gonna be like, dang it. But you know, if it comes back all 9.5s, which is very possible, you're going to be like, whew, I got out of that. How do you get Black Label? Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, look, I sent a whole round of these in. These were all packed fresh, and I even examined them. And they all got 9.5, so that just shows you how tough it is. And I sent these in to PSA, all 10s. So I sent a round into BGS, 9.5s. I sent a round to PSA, all 10s. So, you know, BGS is the hardest grader. To this day, it's still the hardest grader. And they hold on to that title. There's just that little chance for a Black Label, you know. And when the Black Label comes in, if it comes in, ooh, look at that, Penny right away. So you pulled Penny out of this box. Let's see what your ARs are. Hunter Tipton. You know, if you get that Black Label in, it always sells for like $500 or something. It sells for a lot of money. I need that one, mister. 9.5. Yeah, I think he's $35. She's $35, I think, for that one. I don't think it's very expensive. Is it 35 or is it 45? I can't remember. I had one of those for sale on the table. I can't remember what they sell for. It's like 35 or 45. For you, 35, though, because I can't remember and because you buy a lot of slabs, so I just do 35. Here we are. Black labels are definitely nice to look at. They're nice to look at, but they're also fun to think about, too. It's not just like the color of the label, but it's what it represents. This idea that the card is flawless, you know? every measurement of the card. Corners, edges, surface. Corners, edges, surface. What am I missing? Oh, centering. Everything about it is perfect. There we go. There we go. So that idea really excites people, and it's kind of silly that PSA's never offered a perfect grade. They really ought to, but maybe it's not part of their business plan because it would change like the workflow. Like maybe if you had to check every card for perfect, it would just take too long. But that doesn't matter. I mean, people really care about perfect cards. And so imagine how many PSA 10s are actually perfect this whole time and no one knows it. You know, it's a big deal. No one knows all these PSA 10s are actually flawless. And then, of course, there's plenty of PSAs that are not flawless. But I'm just saying PSA, in their desire for profits and for their workflow process to be very fast, they don't offer that perfect grade because they don't want to. And we, the consumer, miss out on a lot of high-end grades as a result. So BGS has it right. Ooh, look at that. You got this Armorage card. That's a really nice-looking card. I like that one. As a consumer, we really miss out because BGS doesn't want to do that work. CGC doesn't want to do that work. Neither BGS nor CGC want to do it. That's why lately, BGS has been getting a lot of my business. Tag grading has something kind of like the Black Label. For them, it's called Pristine. And they do not hand out Pristine to almost anything. So it's kind of like Black Label, but they call it Pristine. I think CGC had it right. The perfect 10 grade, that's the right thing to do. Perfect 10s. Because they're saying there's just absolutely no flaw with this card. There you go, Hunter Tipton. There we go. Mister, don't forget my spot in the Hello Kitty. Have no fear, we're going to place you right into the Hello Kitty. Okay, Hunter Tipton with an H. I did forget that, by the way, so thanks for reminding me, to be fair. All right, this guy. Here it is. So probably after this box of Scarlet, we're just going to offer yet again another box of Scarlet. If you didn't know this, I have like 3 cases of Scarlet that have just been laying around forever. So we can just offer that as long as people want to get in there. Jose Redondo. You know, when you miss a break, when you miss a gym break, I used to offer a little pull for the other side too. So let's get you that, Mr. Jose Redondo. You definitely deserve it. You ready? So, 1, 2, 3. So there it is. Jose Redondo, this will be your pull on your side. So you each get a pull, but one guy gets the Scarlet Violet, the other guy gets the poker cards. If you're ever in a gym break and I don't crack out these Disney cards, tell me about it and I'll go get them, okay? Because you're definitely entitled to these. I just forget to do it sometimes. Jose Redondo. They're not always that good. Sometimes they are, though. Sometimes there's like a Mickey Mouse or something pops out, and he's not bad. Ooh, new bag? New bag situation, maybe. I sent for that Mickey Mouse card. This one right here? Yes, that is a great card. Okay, new bag time. So we have somebody in the cinema roll for $30, everybody, if you want to join that break. Cinema Roll is graded Pristine 10 by BGS. That grade alone is also very hard to achieve at BGS. Okay, 6.25. So you got a couple poker cards now. Okay. Why did my music stop? Click. Now, Martin Ramirez says, live custom. Okay, Martin, you ordered that 19 minutes ago. Did anyone else order one? Looks like you're good. You're going to get it. The next pack, that is. Delete this. Yep, it's all you, Mr. Martin Ramirez. One live custom boosty. Bazoop, 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 bazoop. Ah! $120 to the oldest slab break. That's 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty good. That's not bad. Okay. Ugh. Wow, damn. Yeah, that's a really ideal, isn't it? 20 bucks into 120. Doesn't get better than that. Okay, this rotates to the back of the live customs, so, you know, you won't see this again for a while. That's kind of how that works. The live customs and the Poke Shuffle both contain a card like that. That's 3 spots to the oldest break. What's the oldest break? Isn't that the, I don't think it's the Great Ninja. I think the Great Ninja was just closer to ending. So I think this might be the oldest break, isn't it? It's either this or the, if you count this. One of these is the oldest break. Does anyone know which one of these is older? The Call of Legends or the Pikachu? I can't remember, to be honest. If I can't remember, I don't know how you guys would remember. The Mega Break doesn't count. Mega Break never gets help, by the way. That's how that works. Throw it in Pikachu. I thought Greninja was oldest. Greninja is like the oldest one that's close to ending, basically. Think of it like that. So that's how I kind of picked him. I was like, the star card will have a big impact on the Greninja ending. Call of Legends is older, says Mr. Omar. So if it's $120, you will actually have some leftovers, but it will run off into the sublist. That's what will end up happening. Oh, never mind. Pikachu needs more help. 73 minus 120 is $47. So, Call of Legends ticks up by 1 for Martin Ramirez. Both breaks would be nice to end because we get a new booster pack after this one's done. They're both pretty old. Here it is. You sent me link. Oh, better do this real fast so that I know how it was acquired. All right, that ain't too bad, Martin. Call of Legends is nice. So that's 5 deep out of 10, is that right? So 5 deep. Call of Legends is more than halfway done because the sublist is also going to fill here. Oops. Here it is, the sublist. So what's 47 divided by 15, right? You're going to get about 3 spots in here. There it is, Martin. So you got your spot in Call of Legends, and you got your Call of Legends sublist. 2 spots left over here in this round of the sublist, $15 a spot. This requires 5 more spots, and then it's over. Call of Legends. If this is older, this will be the next star card too, by the way. All right. We have Team Rocket Grunt. Let me get 2 live customs with the rest of my store credit. Oh, this sucks, dude. Oh, my gosh. That Martin Ramirez got you ahead of time. By the way, if you ever want to see those results, I can even give you the email information that will show you which one's older. But yeah, that sucks ass, dude. All right. It means oldest slab break. Doesn't that mean slab? I think for me, it just means oldest break, right? Because anything that's a break would also need help. You could say it's sitting in a slab, but yeah, it's the same concept for me. Whatever the oldest break is, I can change the verbiage on the card, but it's whatever is the oldest. All right, you ready? So that is tough. That Martin guy had the same idea as you, and he got in just before you. 1 and a 2. All right, 2 cold ones. I'm sorry. Those live cuts, you had the right idea. So now we have an order. Jose Arredondo, Mickey Mouse PSA 1 vintage card. So the Mickey Mouse card is gone. Okay. There it is. We have an order, NHCC. What you want to do with the pre-grades? Because I probably won't be in the nice time stream. Well, this stream ends in about 17 minutes, and it says we've got people still in the queue. I guess you should order the pre-grades. That's what you should do. When you want to have it done, you should order them. And I think that if you order it today in the daytime stream, I won't have time for it, so I'd probably move it to the nighttime stream. But whatever the case is, it's going to suck searching for them either way. It's because you have so much stuff. So either way, I'm going to have to go searching for them. But, you know, if you want to get it done, we got to get it done. And it's just going to take a while. It's going to be a slow order. And begin it when you feel comfortable beginning it. That's why I would say Yeah, begin it when you want to begin it. Here's Ivan Rodriguez, Iona 9.5. All right, let me get you one of those nice Ionas. Here you go, Mr. Ivan. If I had only started the stream at 3:30, we'd have all day long to do it. I started late. I made a video is what I did. Talked to Karis a bunch, and then I made a video. Arturo Perez for the cinema roll. Here you go. Arturo's jumping into this break. I had to step away. Did you get my Poke Shuffles? Oh, you got Poke Shuffles coming real soon. Give me a second here. This is Mr. Arturo. Have no fear. So you're going to be here to watch it, too. That'll be nice. Mr. Arturo. Boink. We got to take care of your Poke Shuffles. My brain was trying to think. It said there was like 4 people in the queue, and I looked over the PayPal. I was like, it only says there's 2 people. And I was like, what am I thinking about? It's you. You're the other person in the queue. You and another gentleman, Mr. Santiago. So here goes. Now, wait a second. You both got pretty tough outcomes from the breaks. So one of you is definitely getting lucky this time. Ready? Good luck. Abelters. I bought all the Iona I didn't know you had more. I do have a little more, yeah. I have another one. Well, you know, I've been leaking them onto the table slowly. I got another one if you'd like another one. Okay. All right. All right, here goes Jose Arredondo. Togekiss is not bad. And Tapu Lele. First round, Jose Arredondo. Round number 2. Oh, he's got an energy card, Mr. Arturo. Oh, but you got the switch. Oh, he's got double energies. But you've got computer search. He pulls Tyranitar, and that turns into 220. And it was you with the switch, right? You don't even need it. So all you need is your computer search. You just pull Electivire. That is your round, Mr. Arturo. Wow, the whole round changed because Arturo gets to keep the switch as well. That's how that works. Switch stays active. So Arturo is tied with Mr. Jose Arredondo now, and he's got a switch for the next round. Here goes. Squovit. Oh my God, you don't even need the switch. Victor Kokiko donated a 60 HP Squovit to play with you guys. Energy. Jolteon. All right, so it goes actually to Mr. Arturo Perez this time. And Jose Arredondo, don't feel bad about it. That's the first time Arturo's ever gotten a break from the gym breaks. Wow. All right. Gym breaks are, man, they are treacherous. Okay. Arturo kept going into these, even though he's never pulled one. There it is, Mr. Arturo. What do you think of that? That deck's a little crazier than the vintage deck, I feel. Do you guys feel like the modern deck's crazier? It's got these crazy 60 HP Pokemon. It's got this Switch Trainer. It's got the computer search. I feel like it's definitely crazier feeling. All right. You know what's weird? It started out with Jose Arredondo taking that first round really easy, and I was like, this is it. Because now Arturo Perez has got to win 2 rounds. And it just felt like it wasn't going to go his way. So I wasn't betting on him in my mind. It was the other way around. He was definitely going to win. Okay, let's pick another one of these. How about this cute guy? So that is Hello Kitty with winking, and there's another kitty also winking, and they got a little red balloon. Kind of like from the movie It. Modern deck's more fun. Yeah, and don't forget, you guys can continue to contribute cards to the modern deck. All those cards you saw there were donated by people. And so you can kind of control how it looks. You don't have to donate anything valuable. You can donate total junk cards, but it's just up to you guys what you want in there. You're going to see that deck a lot over time. Oh, I just screwed this up because I was talking. Okay, so Hello Kitty is an easy break. Hey, we got to get you more of those poker cards, man. Okay. 'Cause 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 ' You got Winnie the Pooh. You got the fish. You got Peter Pan. I thought I was going to lose too. Yeah. When you miss a lot, it starts to feel familiar. Okay. All right. Yeah, we should hand these out consistently so there's a little something. Something. Heart of the Goon, guide me. Heart of the Goon, huh? Oh my God, dude. All right, next up we got Miss Alicia Brown, Pokey Shuffles. Alicia's going deep on the Pokey Shuffles, everybody. Good luck. Okay, oh, wait. Not time to put it away yet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, that's a lot. Oops, ow. Flip it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You pull one card. It looks like it's going to be a Magneton or Magnemite. Let's see what that is. 112. Oops. Here it is. That's not a Magnemite. It's a totally different card. Let me set that over there. Maybe that's not the right one. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's lovely. You're going to like it. It's a nice card. Trust me. So you might have overpaid for it, though. But it is a nice card. That's the Shinji Kanda Magneton. He's a really nice Pokemon card artist. His artworks are doing very well recently. Check that out. You guys like that? That's super cool. Okay, Miss Alicia. They need to let him draw a Charizard already. With that art style, they need to let him draw a Charizard. Shinji Kanda Charizard. It's got to happen. Because that art style is just killer, man. It's so good. Okay, Jonathan Santiago. 2 OP12s. You got it, man. Maybe a mango out of 2 packs. That'd be crazy. Very nice. All right. Hey, Mr. Jonathan, you're going to pull a holo and a holo. Very nice. 2 cold ones, Mr. Jonathan. Yay! That's what we were looking for. I don't remember if you had a bag. Did you have a bag? Sometimes it's useful to mention if you have a bag or if you need a new one in the notes. Aha, here we are. Shinji Sableye. Dude, he could draw any Pokemon card and I'm going to want it because it's so cool the way he draws them. I just bought a Pokemon English, I say an English Pokemon Center version of the same card. Cool, you can keep them together. All right, thank you. We have a Mr. Garrett. He says, send me in for round of Pokey Shuffles. You're in. Here goes. Pokey Shuffling it up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do we got? Oh my God, that's disgusting. How's that even possible? That is another round of cold 7. Everyone else is pulling hits. You're just sweeping, bro. How's that even possible? That is some of the worst Pokey Shuffle possible luck. Maybe I'll get you a bonus slab. I'll take a loss because you know those prices are predetermined by value that's gone into the box, you know. I wish I had something cool and simple that I could give up all the time, but you know, actually Mr. Ivan Rodriguez has been doing a very good job of buying up all my cards that I put out there. All right, I'm going to give you a simple bonus card. First edition Rocket Ponyta, okay? We'll take a little loss on that. I don't like to see anyone do that bad. All right, Garrett. Just happens sometimes, you know. Can't do much about it. I'm back. Antonio, it's been a few years since I've been here. What's up, man? A few years, huh? What made you leave? Here's Victor Kokiko for Box Battle Black and White. Victor Kokiko, here it goes, Mr. Victor. You can tell me the truth. It's because I smell funny, isn't it? G. Kokiko. So today we got the new Final Fantasy packs, but honestly, they didn't sell too fast. I think it's because they're way too expensive. They're just way too expensive. But, you know, I think we're just going to let them sit around and get older and more expensive, and that's it, because apparently they are super hype. That's going into a bag. It's going where? Let's see. Box Battle. $96 pack. I mean, it just seems ridiculous. Antonio. Get those cards ready for pre-grades. I'll send for tonight's stream. I'll try staying awake. Sounds good to me. It's 13 cards. It's been like, what, 8 years since I've been in one of your lives? 8 years? It hasn't been that long. 8 years. Maybe not that long. When were you first here, Antonio? What were we opening? What were we doing at the time? Do you remember it all? What was the Pokemon set of the day? Here's our order from Jose Arredondo, Iona 9.5. 6 energy shuffles. Oh, you want one of these, you're saying? Here it is. Okay, I don't know if I have any more now. Ta-da! What's the difference between these and the regular Magic the Gathering packs? You're talking about, this is a collector booster, and I think it gives you a chance for the numbered cards. Whereas the regular boosters, they will have less holographics in them, less hits overall, and I'm pretty sure they do not give you a chance for the top high-end collectible cards. Okay, kind of like, almost like a hobby box, you know? It's similar to the concept of a hobby box. So, Jose Arredondo, 6 energy shuffle. He's going into the energy shuffles. Mr. Garrett had atrocious luck in here today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Another round of the lives, man. Look at that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 lives have been pulled. Good luck. This could be lucky. 1, 2. Unlucky. Nothing happening in those 2 live customs. Sorry, man. I'm going to go grab a box of the red stuff. Give me a second. Red. I like seeing these Scarlet boxes get open. Right in my closet over there is 2 more sealed cases. Cases of Scarlet. Cases. I have pulled 2 lives 3 times in a row from the energy shuffles. Dang, dude. It's supposed to be good, but only if the shuffles are lucky too, you know? And they could have been there. Oops. 45. 1 and 2. They could have been lucky. And if an $80 card was next in the live customs, you could have actually pulled something. All right. Well. I think we are caught up now. Let's see. How many spots left in the black and white box battle, says Mr. Vulpix. Yeah, why don't we take a quick look at that? Three, 4. So 4 spots remain. It's exactly at the halfway point. 4 spots left in the box battle, and it's over. The serialized Kokobos are 5 figures minimum, I think. 5 figures, huh? So like 10,000 would be the lowest example of 5 figures. Okay, we just got lots of cards up here. Tammy's Dragonite. That one's been rotating for a while. I think it's ready to come down. Oshawai, he's ready to come down. Snorlax, 9. Princess Boo Boo Gum. This lovely Blossom. Blossom's awesome. $60 for this Blossom is kind of low in my opinion. I mean, it's a Yukimori, right? Yep, that's a Yukimori, and it's a rare. Did you guys notice that? So, I mean, I don't know what you think $60 is buying you in the Pokemon card hobby these days, but let's get a zoom in. That's a rare card. So this is not a common. Commons, you can pull them all day long, but rare cards are much harder to pull. It's 1 per pack. And that's a Yukimori clay image. So, you know, it's a well-known artist here. And it's just very cute. The only problem is Blossom's not like Charizard, but I'm surprised. Only $60. It hasn't sold yet. That's a really good one. Yes. All right. I heard like 100K. Later, Mr. and TCC gang, how much is the black Kokobo? Opened 2 regular boosters, got an art series squall with the stamp. We have one more order, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. I see your order is coming first. I said Gunt. Is Gunt a real word? I'm gonna look it up. Gunt meaning, oops, it changed it to hunt. Gunt meaning. Oh! Gunt is a slang term used in a derogatory way. It means gut plus cunt. A vulgar term describing the overhanging lower belly fat that merges with the pubic area, creating the appearance of one continuous bulge. Ew, bro, your mom's got a gunt. All right, Team Rocket Grunt, another live, trying my luck. Good luck, man. That's called a fupa. I guess you could call it a fupa or a gunt. Oh, no. It's still cold. No. All right, I'm sorry, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. Here's Ivan Rodriguez Flareon. Oh, that's a nice one, the Flareon over here. Here is holographic Flareon. The bigger the fupa, the tastier the chalupa. Ivan Rodriguez. There you go. Ta-da. Ivan doesn't play. He just goes straight for slabs. He says, I'll just take the slabs. I want that cloud card. It looks sick. Don't forget, you can actually pull a really good-looking cloud card out of the Opus booster packs, the actual Square Enix booster packs. There's Soldier's Return that has like 3 different clouds in it. And there's Opus 1 has a super desirable holographic cloud, but it actually has 2 different clouds in it that are both good. So you guys don't have to open Magic. You could open up the original Square Enix cards. They're modern cards. They weren't printed long. They're in print right now. NHCC 13 pre-grades. Jump me in the booster box. Gym battle keeps sealed. I can allow that. Yeah, I could probably allow that. Why not? It's your box. If you pull it. I kind of want to see it opened. Sealed. Okay. NHCC, you're in there. 13 pre-grades for the ones you took pictures of. So we've got that. We'll probably do that tonight. And so now we know that's paid for. And we have Peter Fenelty, 1 live. Peter Fenelty jumping in real quick. Peter, pulling a cold one. No! Getting pretty cold in here. I don't know about that. All right, I'm just looking at my thingamabobbies. Magic the Gathering got into the Final Fantasy for the monies, for sure. Yeah, definitely. What do you guys think? Should I do 1 whole pack of Final Fantasy? Should I make a video? 1 whole pack of Magic Final Fantasy. Lose $100. Since I won't pull anything, most likely. All right, enter those. Let's see. I want to see how that 1 whole box of black is going. 1 whole box of Black Bolt is up to 2,000 views, making it the better performing video of the day. Okay. Hey guys, we're doing good, man. We're getting closer to 98,000. We're at 97,490 subscribers. So another 500 subscribers, and we'll be at 98. Oh, I want it. No orders. No one orders. I'm hopping off. All right. That's it. Going once, going twice. Ivan's probably got a huge slab collection. His slab collection at a low price has to be really large because, when you buy 10s, the price is really high on 10s. Actually, you guys will see this soon. I have gotten into the habit of buying some lower grades myself because that was a conclusion I made about vintage the other day because vintage prices are all unobtainable these days. So for me, I'm going into a new mindset, any grade mindset. So it could be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. It doesn't matter. There we go. We have a Peter Fenelty order coming in next. Peter Fenelty is the next order. Look at that Cubone. So now it's not about the grade. It's just about collecting the card. And the PSA label, or whatever label you might have, simply means it's authentic, unmanipulated. Hopefully. You never know. Some might slip through the cracks, right? But look at that nice Cubone. So I just bought that. That's a breakthrough Cubone. And you'll see probably, you'll see some more of that. I also bought some 10s too, though. So here is I bought this vending series Kadabra 10. When I saw that there was one online for like strangely cheap, I was like, how can this card be so cheap? Most people, most hobbyists have never tried grading vending cards. They've never peeled them and they've never graded them. They have no clue how actually difficult it is to get a 10 on these, or to have one that's really worth a 10. The majority of them are off-center, or they got damaged while peeling, and they're glossy, so if you touch them wrong while you're peeling them, they get a thumbprint. So yeah, it's just not easy to get a 10 on these. And I saw one with a recent PSA grade with a 10. I was just like, damn, dude, how can this be so cheap? It just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. Now, that doesn't mean that he's worth whatever I think he's worth. It just, I don't always agree with the price on something. Like collectors, I think, are underestimating the value of a card. This is a rare card and hard to grade and hard to source, right? Like you're just not going to find a bunch more Kadabras, raw Kadabras with no fingerprints on them laying around from the vending series. And the vending series sheets are so expensive, dude. All right, so this is a pop 206 for this vintage card. That is not a high number, by the way. You're spoiled because you find cards on my table like this one, pop 1. But for a series like this, 206 is low. But look at this one. This guy's pop 1. Isn't that wild? Pop 1. Pretty neat. But that one's going to be 206. And then I am a Magikarp collector myself. So I just got this Magikarp Carddass in the mail. I love that he's upside down and the little splash out of the water like he jumped. I love everything about it. It's super cool. So there's 2 cards going into my collection, Kadabra and Magikarp. And of course you saw the little Cubone. He's the saddest Cubone in the hobby, by the way. Don't know if you knew that about this card. This is the saddest Cubone in the hobby. Look at him. So it's staggering how depressing this card is. Here's a mom with her sweet little kid at the amusement park. This Cubone's alone at the amusement park holding his mom's bone. Wow. That's pretty dark. So I noted this card many years ago. We ran into this, and I labeled it at the time the actual saddest Cubone card in existence. And you never see it as a 10. Was I thinking about cross-grading it? Was I going to try to cross-grade it? I might try to cross-grade this bad boy to tag or something and see if it can upgrade into a 10, because it's a recently graded PSA 9. So I'm going to try and get a 10 with this at tag. And yeah, it's a cool card. I'm going after Dragonites and Charizards. So we'll save this. We'll save this for potential cross-grade. I think they just didn't like it because the corners were too square or something. It's like, who cares if the corners are square? The rest of the card looks fantastic, man. I don't consider that a big issue, Okay, I'm going to say cross. All right, there we are, like that. And that's to help me know how I feel about it. Can't believe I paid only $290 for that Rainbow War Turtle. Somebody didn't know how to... somebody did not know how to price this. This card should be like $600 to $700 minimum, and it could probably go for more. These days, this card could be approaching $1,000. Pop 4 Rainbow War Turtle. There's nothing like it. You won't pull another one of these. It's even got the sandpaper texture. So interesting. Nowadays, PSA might not grade this card 10. Let's do a quick zoom. See the wisps right here on the edge? How did it get past the PSA? They said, that's still a 10. So that's it. A lot of 10s on very hard to grade cards are just like that. They have a flaw, and PSA said, let it through. And now it's considered a 10 and valuable. So, but yeah, it's tough stuff. Those rainbow cards have to come from very specific boxes. Not all of the Topps first movie boxes carry rainbow cards. And then when you pull them, they almost always have massive damage on them. So there's no way to get even a 9. That one's a 10 somehow. And that's why it's only pop 4, despite so many boxes of Topps first movie getting opened. So many boxes got opened. And lots of rainbow cards were pulled. And there's only 4 of thise graded 10. And yeah, that's going to be a grail card for somebody trying to complete a rainbow set. Really good hold there. Here it is an order from Mr. Peter Fenelty, followed by Bill Barron. All right. We're going to take care of you, Mr. Peter, and Mr. Bill Barron as well. Here goes. One live, custom. One live. There it is, Mr. Mr. Peter, you're lucky, Peter. Everyone else was scared to try. Chansey Karuta. Oh, it's kind of a pricey Chansey Karuta. Well, no, wait a second. That came out of the live customs, didn't it? Yeah, that's kind of a... Oh, Chansey Karuta. Chansey Karuta. It could actually be something else. Oh, it's this guy. Super, super rare Koro Chansey Karuta. So this is Koro Chansey Karuta, Mr. Peter. All right. Yeah, these are like hyper rare. Everyone recognizes the name Koro because a lot of famous Pokemon cards in the earliest years of Pokemon were Koro. Well, this is a card set much of the hobby is still catching on to. They don't know this even exists. Look, he's like, he thinks he caught her, but she's running away. That is a hyper rare card. Probably pop 1, but it's graded authentic, right? So it's like, what does that even mean? What's cool about these, they come out of a magazine where they're hand cut. It's a card set, and it comes out of a magazine, and you have to hand cut them. And I've got 3 sets of these where they're uncut, and I'm going to try and get them graded by PSA if they'll let me. So this is, in fact, Pop 1, this one card. Pop 1. I really like this set. I think it's extremely rare, and it's something to show off on your social media. And I'm only selling mine because I know I'm going to be able to replace this one day. I spent thousands of dollars to have the other sets. So here you go, Peter. Very cool. And I might put a new one of those into the box. Don't underestimate these cards, okay? How much is that? It probably went in the box for $140 if I had to guess. Don't underestimate these. Just because people don't always understand them, that doesn't mean it's not super valuable. When people start to understand what it is, the value shoots up over time. So that's one of those price discovery cards. I call them price discovery cards. Here's Bill Barron. It's genuinely rare. It is a Koro card. And it's very unique. Bill Barron, good luck. Let's pull you a golden Chocobo. Ready? Okay. Ooh, we've got Bird. It's Bird. Okay, Bird. Gilgamesh, Master at Arms. Ooh. Lucas Stadium. Vincent Valentine. Genova, Ancient Calamity. Summon, Primal Odin. Memories Returning. Okay, now we've got Plains. Primal Garuda, Crystal Fragment, Saza's Chocobo. Oh, that's really cute. I'm putting that in the front. Paladin's Arms, Gala Cat, and Dragoon's Wyvern. All right, there it is. How much would one of those cards cost me? Well, so for the Koro Karutas, we have more of them, and I could sell them. They have been up on the table for sale before. They typically run around $100, $120, depending on which one. Some of them cost a little more than the others because they're way cooler. And so, like the chase ones, like Chansey's always been a loved Gen 1 Pokemon, but Chansey's never been like the most expensive Gen 1 Pokemon, right? So I could pretty easily put her into a live custom spot without having to ask for like $300. But there are some cards from that set that are very expensive, and we could show them off if there's any left, because we have been selling them, and people have been buying those. Mr. Bill Barron. Well, Bill, no golden Chocobo this time. If you want, I'll show them off a little bit. Okay. Go this way. Oh, this is Brett Love's box, basically. It's all Brett, all day long. But we got to make sure Bill's not in here. Brendan McGraw. Okay. Can you show me one? I'm interested. Yes, I'd be happy to show you one real quick. They could be tricky to resell or tricky to sell just because so few people actually know about them. They are still super, super rare. It's like a really rare historical Pokemon card that so few people know about. Bill Barron. Here it is. Got it. I did not want it open. I should have told him. Oh, yeah. I assumed you wanted it opened. The notes definitely did not say not to open it. I am sorry about that, Bill. In this case, Bill, I would have had to have known that. Dang, dude. You've got Machop, this girl, and this energy. That sucks, man. Lucas Stadium. Vincent's pretty cool. Genova, Summon, Memories. Gilgamesh is pretty cool. You got this nice Saz's Kokobo. You know, I bet if this one card graded well, it could probably pay for quite a bit of the pack. It just got to grade well. These are real popular. I bet they continue going up, Bill. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. I would have had to known in the notes or something, or you would have had to grab my attention real strongly and be like, definitely don't open this. I apologize, man. All right, so we have some unusual cards. We have these Carddass cards over here, by the way. These are exceptionally rare, and these are for sale. I'm interested in moving, and so specialty cards like that can be for sale at the right price. Now, these are the Karudas. Just spent my overtime. Why wouldn't you open it? Well, Bill, I'm very sorry for that, Bill. I just didn't know it. I'm very sorry. You have to forgive me. On this channel, virtually everyone buys packs to have them open, and so it's very rare to keep them sealed, and so you really got to explicitly state that. But I think you know that. You know it's an accident. I'm sure you're just going through some frustrated feelings. I'm sorry about that, man. So here is Lickitung. He's got some fruit on his tongue and a fish. Mr. Mime. Venusaur. Look at that. Psyduck. That's got to be good. Rattata. Jigglypuff. These are some old price tags on them. Here, you can see it's from 125. Prices might have gone down. I don't know. I haven't researched any of these in a long time. So here is the Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. There we are. Look at that. Good stuff right there. So these could be sold together as a group. Here is Wigglytuff. And these are all for sale, by the way. Like, oh, this is one of the more desirable ones. We tried to do a break on this, but it didn't really move, so I took it back down. Here's Hitmonlee, and here's Chansey. Wigglytuff, I should say. Here's, some of them are just better than others. Like, look at this Slowbro. That's cool. I like this fat Butterfree in the rain. Here's like a Diglett, but it looks like it's about to become a Dugtrio. Venonat, but it's like weird. And this one's really weird. Like, what writing is this? Jinx. Kadabra woke up, and his spoons are all bent. That's some weird stuff, man. But yeah, some of these are missing because they've already sold. Some of the most popular ones have already been grabbed. But I can't really... Look at this one. I like this one. So Farfetch stole a leek from a restaurant. That's how he got his leek. Love it. Here's a nice Vulpix, and here's a nice Voltorb. But so there you go. I think the birds are really interesting. The Mew is definitely really interesting. The Psyduck is a very, very, very interesting. Those are all really good ones. Psyduck is a loved Pokemon. A lot of people are starting to become apparent that Psyduck is more than just a common card in many sets. This is a top pull for many people. I've noted that Psyduck prices are outrageous. Very expensive. No worries, Cardconomist. Thanks, man. I appreciate you understanding. I'm sorry about all that. It was part of your fate, part of your destiny, Mr. Bill Barron. That's how I do it. When something goes wrong in life, I go, I was just fated to happen this way. And then I just go, all right, what do I do next? You know, so I'm very forward looking. I just do whatever's next. All right, that's the end of the stream. It's time for me to hop off and end the daytime stream. We'll be back on for the late night stream tonight. I hope you guys will join us. Lots of breaks, lots of gym breaks. Obviously, we have the Final Fantasy cards. You might see more buyers coming in to open those, so that'll be entertaining. Final Fantasy break. We have this 2-pack break. It's a 1 in 6 with the star spot. Maybe I should remove the star spot. Maybe, you know, Final Fantasy buyers might not want Pokemon cards at all. Maybe I should remove the star spot. I feel like people prefer no star spot in general. I think that that's fair for the Final Fantasy. People who want this maybe don't want anything to do with Pokemon. Maybe they just want Final Fantasy, so I think that's fair. We'll say, to make it simpler, we'll say 41 and 5. So it says times 2 because you're getting 2 booster packs. And by the way, there is already one person in here. Okay. So that's got 4 spots remaining to it. And we'll just use that to help that pack sell through. All right. And get the pre-grades. I will prep them when we're live, but I'll do it live, okay? I'll do it live, but you've ordered it, so you're going to get it, okay? And don't feel guilty about taking up time in the stream. That's... You know, if that system didn't work, then we would change the system. So we'll get that live for you. See you later, guys. I'm hopping off.